something that the franchise hasn't done since 2016. Still, the majority of those wins came at home. Ottawa has just one road win of the early season, a 4-0 victory in Utah last week. This is the start of a back-to-back and 3 games in 4 nights for the Avs. They host the Blackhawks tomorrow, and then they welcome in Tampa Bay on Wednesday. So, for everyone, tonight's game, let's bring in the Han Solo of hockey, the voice of your Colorado Avalanche, Connor McGahey. Connor, how's your Sunday going?
Berto, I could not be any better. I'm having an absolutely tip-top day here in the Mile High. How you doing?
I'm doing good too, man. I'm doing good too.
That's great to hear.
I'm ready for a little Avalanche hockey, trying to get 5 in a row. You know what? I don't know how many questions I've asked you about Kale Makar over the years, and the same with Nathan McKinnon.
Yeah.
But every time we talk, Kale Makar is either tying or breaking an Avalanche record, and he can do that tonight. What exactly can he get accomplished tonight for the Avs?
Well, if he gets a point tonight, he will tie John Michael Lyles for the longest point streak by an Avalanche defenseman to start the year. When you're talking about longest point streaks by defensemen to start a season in NHL history, Bobby Orr is, of course, at the top. And that's where everybody has sort of pointed this conversation is, can a defenseman win the Art Ross Trophy again? Because there's only been one defenseman in NHL history to do it, and that was Bobby Orr, who did it twice, 1969-70 and then 1974-75. And if you look at Makar's numbers through 8 compared to Orr in those 2 games, it's eerie. So Makar through 8 games, 3 goals, 12 assists for 15 points. Orr in 69-70, his first Art Ross Trophy, 2-12 for 14. He ended up finishing with 120 points that year. Then in 74-75, he also had 15 points with 4 goals and 11 assists. He finished with 135 points that year. And by the way, this is not the best 8-game span that Makar has had in his career, if you can believe that or not. He hit for 18 points in 8 games on 2 occasions. So as good as he is right now, believe it or not, it's not the best that he has been. So that's where the conversation has been pointed. I know it's a long way to go, but Makar can tie a Avalanche record tonight with John Michael Lyles. Now, Sandis Ozolinsh had 6 straight games with a point to start a season back in the 96-97 year, but it's been all hail Kale ever since. And Johnny Lyles, who's not working tonight, it's a John Mitchell night, at least down here at Ball Arena. He may be expecting that record will be tied tonight by number 8.
All 3 of those road wins last week were impressive in one way or another. How have the Avalanche gone from that 0-4 start to winning 4 straight?
Well, I think it is obviously defensive play, and you're talking about high danger chances for. I think the Avalanche in those in the 4-game win streak, 40 high danger chances for, and I think high danger goals against are only 4. So, I mean, that discrepancy wins you hockey games. You're talking about giving up 1s and 2s instead of 5s and 6s. And Justus Annunen has won 3 straight games. Georgiev got the win in overtime when Nathan McKinnon really started this whole run with his 188th goal in this building. That's another record that can be broken tonight as he ties Milan Hajduk with that record. But defensively, the Avalanche have been better. I mean, they have just, they smothered, San Jose at even strength. The only goal that the Sharks were able to score was on the power play. They weathered the storm early in Seattle. That was their most competitive hockey game. They get a goal to change the tide and leave the Kraken high and dry. And again, the defense sparked the offense. And really the most complete game I think they had was in Utah, where they have a season-high 5 goals scored, and they only give up the 1, a breakaway by Lawson Krause. For all intents and purposes, should have been the 3rd career shutout for Justus Annunen. But again, defensively, and especially 5-on-5, they have improved. Now, the PK, we'll talk about that coming up in the keys to the game, but that has been better, but it's got to be a huge part of their game plan tonight versus the Ottawa Senators.
how close are the Avalanche to getting a little bit healthier? Are we going to see some of the guys that have been missing since the start of the season?
Well, I think today, and maybe even starting in that game in Utah, we started to finally at least hear some good news. And we'll start with the guys on the ice right now. Ross Colton only played 11 minutes the other night in Utah. It was still long enough for him to get his 7th goal of the season, 4th on the power play, which I think starting the night, Berto, is still tied for the team lead, the league lead with 4. But he left with an upper body injury. I think he took a slash on the hand. He did not skate yesterday. He skated this morning. I'm looking at him right now on the ice, so Ross Colton will be in. Miles Wood, the same for the Avalanche. So he's down on the ice as well. So 2 question marks from yesterday and this morning are no longer question marks. They are definitive in. Jonathan Drouin on the ice in non-contact red yesterday and today. Arturi Lehkonen was out there early, and Jared Bednar is saying on our flagship station on his weekly show on Wednesday that Arturi Lehkonen has the doctor's appointment follow-up next week. I think it's on Monday. Don't quote me on that. If that goes well and he gets cleared to play, he's in because he's been skating like the devil for, I think, months now. And that's the good part with upper body injuries is you can, have the legs feed the wolf and get your lungs going. And your game shape right away. So the second that Lehkonen is cleared, he should be in. And then with Jonathan Drouin, it's as soon as he feels comfortable to play. So him being on the ice with the group is a good sign. So I think we're actually pretty close to getting both Arturi Lehkonen and Jonathan Drouin back. And then, of course, this past week while we were away, Val Nichushkin came into the Mile High City. He has been skating. He can't skate with the team. However, he can use team facilities, which he has been doing. So he's been on the ice, too. When he is eligible to come back, and if he's allowed to come back, he will be in the same sort of place as Arturi Lehkonen. Once he's cleared, given the green light, he can hop right in, and the Avalanche will be almost complete when it comes to big-ticket player injuries.
And what do you think about tonight's opponent in the Ottawa Senators?
Well, this Senators team, I think, should be the best version of the Sens that we've seen in a long time. I mean, they have not made the playoffs in, it's been a while. I think they have the third longest drought. Third longest drought behind Buffalo, who hasn't made the Stanley Cup playoffs in 13 seasons, and Detroit, who hasn't made the Stanley Cup playoffs in 8 seasons.
Good.
And Ottawa's on their third coach in the last 64 games. Travis Green, we remember him from Vancouver. And then he got let go there, took over on an interim basis in New Jersey to finish last season. They had Jacques Martin in between. And so he's trying to change things with the Sens. But they have a young core who can score. I think you have one of the most well-rounded players in Brady Tkachuk. 30 goals or more the last 3 seasons, a career-high 37 last year. He has a 3-game goal streak that was snapped Friday in Vegas. I mean, he loves to play the Avalanche. 5 goals in 9 games versus Colorado. Tim Stützle, a little bit of a down year last year, but he's the real deal out of Germany. Then you have Josh Norris, Drake Batherson. He has 4 goals his last 3 games. So the top end of the lineup for Ottawa is very, very good. The power play is very, very good. And again, we'll talk about that in a moment. But they still allow goals. I mean, they traded for Linus Ullmark in the offseason. He will actually not go tonight. It will be Anton Forsberg, who's 2-1 on the season with a .294 goals against and a .904 save percentage. But that's been their problem, I think, for the last many years, is they have all these games where they can score. They just can't keep the puck out of the net. Early on, even though they're 4-3, that seems to still be a theme for the Ottawa Senators.
All right, how about the keys to the contest?
How about them, Berto? Thanks, Jordan. Key number 1 is discipline. Now, the reason I say that is the Ottawa power play, even though they lost in Vegas 6-4 the other night, they were 1 for 2 on the man advantage, had 5 shots. On the season, they're 10 for 24, 41.7%, second in the National Hockey League. It's how they get a lot of goals, even though probably only a third of them have come on the road. They're 2 for 8 away from Canadian Tire Center. But It is something that sparks offense 5-on-5. The Avalanche, very much like Seattle, where they didn't take a penalty till late in the third period, they have to have that same approach tonight versus the Sens. Key number 2, you can't waste chances. The game in Utah was fascinating because they scored a season-high 5 goals despite having only 42 shot attempts, the fewest this season. That's making your chances count, and I think Ottawa knows after allowing 3 goals in 3 minutes and 11 seconds to lose in regulation at Vegas, they have to tighten up defensively tonight, so you're going to have to make your chances count. And key number 3 is 100% juice, not from concentrate. Eustace Onanen will get his 4th straight start tonight, and he's allowed just 4 goals on 79 shots so far in this winning streak, a .949 save percentage. He's looking to equal the 4 straight victories he reeled off last March. This is a big night for Juice to backstop the Avalanche to hopefully get above 500 for the first time this season.
All right, Connor, as always, good job. We'll continue with the Avalanche pregame show presented by Intermountain Healthcare after a quick break right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The Buffs took care of business with Cincinnati.
We are thankful and appreciative that the hard work is going noticed, and we're making strides to be where we want to be and to do some of the things that we want to do.
The Broncos crushed the Panthers. Tomorrow, we're talking Buffs, Broncos, and all the weekend action from the Avs and Nuggets.
Anytime you have a lead in the fourth quarter, you like to be able to hold on to that lead, and I felt we shot ourselves in the foot down the stretch.
Get it all. Altitude Sports Radio, 92.5.
This is Todd Frayton's heart. He's begun his wellness journey. This is its sound on a treadmill. At a slight incline. On a stroll through the forest. And this is the heart of Maria Sanchez, his physician. What's it doing here? A lot, actually. Because when we partner with you, we don't just offer a strategic plan and status updates. We put our hearts into it, beat for beat. We call it the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win, breakaway, pick six, three-point shot, underdog win, buzzer beater, shootout, walk-off, and absolutely every play in between is amazing. From football to basketball and hockey to baseball, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Colorado.
Hey guys, Scott Ace is here for Pins and Aces. If you're looking to upgrade your golf game, head over to the store at 5280 Ward Road in Arvada. Whether you need stylish new golf polos, unique head covers, or even a beer sleeve to keep your drinks cold on the course, Pins and Aces has it all. Mention my name when you check out and you'll get 25% off your entire purchase. Trust me, this is the gear that will set you apart on the green. Go by and see him. Tell him Scott sent you. 5280 Wardrobe. It's Pins and Aces.
Hey, it's Francisco with another football truth from Ryan House. It's all about the 3 F's. Fun, friends, and food. And you wouldn't even care if the first two were missing. Ponder that as you enjoy football at Ryan House, the perfect pigskin environment. We have room for watch parties or come as you are. It's the best of pro and college football, complete with beer and authentic German food. You can wear your jersey over your lederhosen. Rhinehouse, a game-time powerhouse. Next to Ball Arena on 14th and Market.
I got a nightmare phone call that no parent wants to receive.
Someone hit me going 60 miles an hour.
Dr. Ramos came highly recommended. When I showed him the x-rays, he immediately knew exactly what was wrong.
We've had a tremendous experience with Ramos Law. Really, I could not be happier.
Having the car accident was an accident. Finding Ramos Law was no accident.
Injured in a car accident? Ramos Law can help. RamosLaw.com.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Welcome back to the Avalanche pregame show presented by Intermountain Healthcare. It's time right now to hear from the head coach. Coach Bednar's pregame interview is brought to you by Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local home comfort specialist. Visit rockheating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life. Connor.
All right, thanks very much. Here the head coach of your Colorado Avalanche, Jared Bednar. Avs and Senators for the first time this season. The Avs, I believe, according to our wizard, Brendan McNicholas, coach, the third team in NHL history to go 0-4 and then come back and even things up at 4-4. The groove seems to be there at the moment for Colorado.
Yeah, I really like the way we're playing here, especially on this road trip, with our best game probably being Utah. Yeah. You know, I think Seattle was the most intense game that we've had. There was a speed and pace to it and intensity to it from both teams. So really difficult game to play, and they caught us by surprise early in the game, and then we responded and played really well in the second half of that game and continued it into Utah. So, you know, it's a good finish to the road trip. Road trip 4-4 is better than the alternative after going 0-4. So we really like to kind of keep what we've been doing on the ice going, and started with, you know, our work ethic and commitment to defend the right way, and then we turned that into some pretty nice offense on the road trip as well. So great buy-in from our guys. The understanding is building on how we want to play and what our identity is. You know, you heard comments around the room that maybe this team's deeper than what people thought it was, and they're kind of proving that now, but it's something that has to be earned every night, and looking forward to tonight's game against another difficult opponent.
What do you think the main reasons are for the 4 wins in a row as compared to the 4 losses in a row to start the season?
Well, the commitment and buy-in on the defensive side of things has been way better. I mean, we're now defending the way you have to expect to defend if you want to win hockey games. You know, there's not a lot of time and space in there. Guys are better within the structure of the game, the system. I think, you know, digging in over 4 losses really kind of drives the point home of what our expectations are, and that it has to come from everybody, from our top guys down, and they've done that. They've led the way. That's one thing, and then the goaltending's been better over the last 4 games. You know, like even when we felt like we were playing well over the first 4, pucks just seemed to go in our net when we had the breakdowns, and now they're not. So it gives you a better chance to win.
When it comes to Ottawa, I mean, you mentioned in your presser this morning the power play is pretty lethal for the Senators. Your PK has needed some work. Do you think it's gotten the work necessary to keep them out of the net on the man advantage?
Yeah, and it's been better over the last couple of games as well. You know, that's another factor in us being able to win. I think this will be a challenge tonight. There's no question. Like we feel like our power play is rolling right along, and we're at just under 40%, and they're at 45%. So whatever they're doing is working. You know, Prater's dug into it hard here over the last couple of days, and he'll bring all the guys up to speed on what we need to be aware of. But the most important thing is that we're playing and skating to check, especially 5-on-5. And that we're staying disciplined, and we've done that over the last couple road games, right? Like Seattle, our first penalty was in the last couple minutes of the game when they pulled the goalie 6-on-4. I'd love to have another night like that, and that was in a hard checking, physical, intense environment. So if we can kind of keep that same mentality here tonight and stay out of the box, it's only going to up our chances of success.
Coach, great stuff. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
As the head coach of your Colorado Avalanche, Jared Bednar, getting ready for the first of 2 meetings this season with the Ottawa Senators. As we send it back to you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you much. Time right now for the pregame injury report. This injury report is brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law. Medical doctor and attorney. Visit ramoslaw.com. For the Avalanche, out tonight, Jonathan Drouin, Gabe Landeskog, Arturi Lehkonen, and Val Nichushkin. That's your injury report brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law. Medical doctor and attorney. Visit ramoslaw.com. We'll continue with the Avalanche pregame show presented by Intermountain Healthcare after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
You know the deal. Winter is coming, so make sure your family will be warm and cozy this year. Moshier, my partners at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air know that budgets get tight, but they can save you money. The initial investment to upgrade your heating system will pay back even more with savings on monthly energy expenses, and your home would be way more comfortable. Take advantage of their flexible financing offers. Schedule a complimentary in-home estimate today at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
A careless driver caused your crash. Medical bills are piling up, and you might not be able to work. Life just got a lot more expensive, and you don't know what to do. At Berg Simpson, your consultation is absolutely free. We'll explain your legal options at no cost to you. Help starts with a phone call to us.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
Hey guys, Scott Ace is here for Pins and Aces. If you're looking to upgrade your golf game, head over to the store at 5280 Ward Road in Arvada. Whether you need stylish new golf polos, unique head covers, or even a beer sleeve to keep your drinks cold on the course, Pins and Aces has it all. Mention my name when you check out and you'll get 25% off your entire purchase. Trust me, this is the gear that will set you apart on the green. Go by and see him. Tell him Scott sent you. 5280 Wardrobe. It's Pins and Aces.
Hey, sports fans, the Lombardi's here.
Want to know what the Lombardi family has in common with fine restaurants?
We insist on Redbird Farms chicken. You can taste the difference. It's so tender you can cut it with a fork. Don't even need a knife.
Redbird Farms is what real chicken tastes like.
It's juicy, tender, and delicious. It's available at King Soopers, City Market, and Safeway.
Redbird Farms chicken is the only chicken for the Lombardi family, and it's the only chicken for your family.
Oh, that was cute.
Redbird Farms.
There are trucks. Then there's the truck, GMC Sierra. Not just any truck, the truck. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR for 36 months on GMC Sierra light-duty models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Monthly payment is $28.16 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment 15%. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 10/31/24.
Hockey is back, and on Sport Trade, betting hockey has never been easier. On Sport Trade, you can view the odds as probabilities, allowing you to bet Colorado to win pregame at 40% odds, then sell your bet at 70% after they take a 2-0 lead in the first period. For first-time bettors out there, this is your calling. No more having to understand confusing odds like plus 115 and minus 160. Just buy low, sell high. Download Sport Trade today. Use code NATE. Earn 10% cash back on every bet in your first week. Sport Trade is regulated by the Colorado Division of Gaming. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Today's Avalanche game is brought to you by your local Colorado Buick GMC dealers. Welcome back as we roll on with the Avs pregame show presented by Intermountain Healthcare. It's the Avalanche and the Ottawa Senators tonight. This is the start of a 3-game homestand, but they're finishing that homestand in 4 days because they play again tomorrow. They play on Wednesday, and then they'll travel to Nashville on Saturday to face the Preds for the first time this season. It's just a quick 1-game road trip, and they come right back here to host Seattle. That's what's coming up for your burgundy and blue. Before I tell you what's happening in the NHL tonight, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for Legal ID, brought to you by Berg Simpson on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The world's fastest game.
Right over the pass, and they score! John Tavares!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Just 3 other games in the NHL today, one of which is final. The Edmonton Oilers just beat the Red Wings in overtime. The Red Wings had a 2-1 lead heading into the third. Edmonton tied it up. And then Leon Draisaitl won it 18 seconds into overtime. They dropped the puck, and Draisaitl scored. It's his second goal of the game, and Edmonton gets the win 3-2 in overtime. Both Edmonton and Detroit now sit with a record of 4-4-1. They're heading to the third period in New Jersey, where the Devils just scored 4 goals in the second period, have a 4-1 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. The Canadians are in Philadelphia taking on the Flyers. They're heading to the third. The Canadians just scored 3 goals in the second period. Montreal is on top of Philly by a score of 4-1. We'll continue with your pregame show presented by Intermountain Healthcare after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Avalanche fans, aluminum is the most recycled packaging material on Earth. which means every time you recycle a Ball aluminum can, it gets to come back for every nail biter, every triumph for the ages, and all the great moments to come. Ball is the official sustainability partner of the Colorado Avalanche. So join the recycling revolution. The future is in your hands. Recycle it.
Is your job work or rewarding? The Colorado State Patrol is hiring problem solvers and natural leaders who like helping others in their community. Apply now for a career that matters. And by this time next year, you could be a Colorado State Trooper with a mobile office, making a difference. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more. Or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment.
Hey, Colorado. At Phil Long Ford at Denver's Commercial Vehicle Center, we take your business further. With Colorado's largest selection of work-ready trucks, flatbeds, service bodies, cargo vans, and passenger vans, our commercial experts are here to help you every step of the way. We'll find the perfect vehicle for all your business needs. That's why Colorado businesses drive Phil Long Ford of Denver. Go online at phillongdenver.com or come see us off Wadsworth, just south of Hampton.
Pick a treat worth $500 in cash with Pumpkin Patch Match. Weekends in October at Century Casino Central City. Earn entries with your play at Century all week. Fridays through Sundays, winners draw on every half hour, pick prizes to find a match. Win up to $500. Stay until the final daily drawing when the $500 prize is guaranteed. It's all treats with no tricks at Century Casino and Hotel. Take I-70 to exit 243. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, get ready to rock your career and future. It's Moj, and my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air are looking for hardworking, skilled individuals to join their awesome team. Join and make a positive contribution to a family-owned and operated company. They offer great benefits, super competitive pay, comprehensive training, and an opportunity to work in the best home services business. Learn more and all about this incredible company at rockheating.com/careers. That's rockheating.com/careers. Get on a path to future success today with Rock.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, Jew. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, Jew. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, Jew. Hey! Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back as we wrap up your pregame show presented by Intermountain Healthcare right before puck drop between the Avs and Senators there at Ball Arena. NFL football, the Sunday night game is Niners and Cowboys. They just played the first quarter. San Francisco leads Dallas 3-0. Today here in the Mile High City, the Denver Broncos put a thumping on the Carolina Panthers. The Broncos win the game 28-14. Denver improves to 5-3 on the season. Bo Nix, 284 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and he also rushed for another touchdown as the Broncos with 3 touchdowns in the second quarter and a big win at home over the Panthers. The Eagles beat the Bengals 37-17. The Cleveland Browns wild win over the Ravens 29-24. Jameis Winston with 3 touchdown passes, including a wild pass on the last play of the game, basically. The Lions hammer the Titans 52-14. Cards over the Dolphins 28-27. Patriots beat the Jets 25-22. Packers over the Jags in another fun game 30-27. And the Commanders got an insane Hail Mary from Jaden Daniels. 58-yard Hail Mary in the game to beat the Bears 18-15. But it's time right now to get it on. It is the Avalanche and the Senators. Connor McGahee with Puck Drop next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
It's time.
One shift at a time. Let this guy have a good one.
Face off. Next.
Have a good game, boys, all right?
on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey guys, Andy Lindahl for Ed Prather, and maybe it's time to sell your home and you want maximum cash. I know how to sell your home for maximum cash. The secret is simple. It's Ed Prather. Ed is the Denver real estate expert who guarantees your home sold or he'll sell it for free. Ed is the agent I would hire to sell my home, and he has hundreds of happy customers who agree. Ed has an intense marketing plan, no required repairs, and no contracts to sign. Fire him at any time. Ed will get your home sold or he'll sell it for free. Go to edprather.com. That's edprather.com and get your home sold for maximum cash.
Hey, Colorado, if you're looking for your next vehicle, consider a new GMC Denali truck or SUV from Johnson Auto Plaza. GMC Denali is the epitome of luxury and power. The Johnsons not only have a great selection of new GMCs, but also beautiful new Chevys and Buicks as well. Shopping get no more convenient than that. Visit Johnson Auto Plaza today, just north of E470 on Highway 85. Johnson Chevy Buick GMC.com.
Hey, get ready to rock your career and future. It's Moj, and my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air are looking for hardworking, skilled individuals to join their awesome team. Join and make a positive contribution to a family-owned and operated company. They offer great benefits, super competitive pay, comprehensive training, and an opportunity to work in the best home services business. Learn more and all about this incredible company at rockheating.com/careers. That's rockheating.com/careers. Get on a path to future success today with Rock.
Hi, Terry Lombardi, along with Vic.
Basketball is back in Denver. Redbird Farms Chicken is the star player when it comes to game day meals. And it's so tender, you can cut it with a fork. You don't even need a knife.
Did you know Redbird is offered by fine restaurants?
We insist on Redbird Farms Chicken. You can taste the difference. Available at King Super, City Market, and Safeway.
It's all about the taste with Redbird Farms Chicken.
That is the queen of chicken, Terry Lombardi.
Redbird Farms.
Sport Trade is introducing a totally new way to get into basketball. On Sport Trade, you can view the odds as probabilities, allowing you to bet Denver to win pregame at 47% odds, then sell your bet at 60% when they take the lead in the first quarter. For first-time bettors out there, this is your calling. No more having to understand confusing odds like plus 115 and minus 160. Just buy low and sell high. Download Sport Trade today. Use code NATE. Earn 10% cash back on every bet. Sport Trade is regulated by the Colorado Division of Gaming. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
I got a nightmare phone call that no parent wants to receive.
Someone hit me going 60 miles an hour.
Dr. Ramos came highly recommended. When I showed him the x-rays, he immediately knew exactly what was wrong.
We've had a tremendous experience with Ramos Law. Really, I could not be happier.
Having the car accident was an accident. Finding Ramos Law was no accident.
Injured in a car accident? Ramos Law can help. RamosLaw.com.
The Altitude Sports Radio Network welcomes you to award-winning coverage of Colorado Avalanche hockey. The Avs are on a 4-game bender.
The hot hand continues.
Schoolin' fools.
That was awesome.
And serving justice.
Eustace is served once again.
Tonight, it's a visit from Ottawa, who also have a hot hand. Let's go Avs.
And he shoots and he scores! On Sonar! Crazy Ivan! His first career NHL goal! Middle stat now for Mikko Rantanen. Ross Tolkien, one-timer! He shoots! He scores!
It's the Avalanche and Senators. Now. From Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey.
The Avs are off and running
on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Coming down the mountain! Greetings, programs, and welcome a mile above sea level. I'm Connor McGahey, and this is Colorado Avalanche hockey. There's an old Irish blessing, wishing for the road to rise up to meet your feet. Well, for 3 straight games, the road rose up to meet the skates of the Avalanche as they became the 3rd team in NHL history to start 0-4 and then win 4 straight to get back to 500. Overall, play has improved, especially defensively for the Avs and in goal. Justus Onanen has won his last 3 starts with the goals against at .949, and tonight he faces the high-powered offense of the team he made his NHL debut against 3 years ago, the Ottawa Senators. So put on your listening sweaters for the Avs and Sens, Force of Nature versus Assembly of Elders. Live for your listening pleasure around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Tonight's opening puck drop brought to you by Century Casino. Find the hottest slots and table games action at Century Casino and Hotel. 1 mile from Blackhawk and scenic, walkable, beautiful, historic Central City. Come for the action, stay for the fun. Icing Ottawa off the bat in white, black, and red. The Avalanche in burgundy and blue. Ottawa left to right. The Avalanche the opposite direction. Everyone viewing this game from the same direction, unlike Utah. Gave me 2 points the other night. Kale Makar, high in his own zone, turned it over for a moment, able to get it back. Leads all NHL defensemen in points. Trying to skate the puck up ice, taken away by Michael Amadio, near side circle. Glove save made by Justus Annunen, no problem. And he hangs on. Amadio still in search of his first point of the season. Play halts 19:16 to go in period 1. Shots are 1-0 Ottawa. No score just yet. This is the 60th meeting between Colorado and Ottawa. The Avalanche are 36-17-6. That's .661 winning percentage. They're second best versus any team. They're the best versus Columbus, where they win 67.6% of the time. Even more dominant recently, 7-0-1 in their last 8. They've outscored Ottawa 41-24. That includes taking the last 5 straight here in this building. Avalanche will center the puck. Logan O'Connor from Josh Manson. Puck will squirt back to the neutral zone. Casey Middlestat will pick it up. 3-point night for him in Utah on Thursday. Justus Annunen will put it on a D for Josh Manson. He emerges out of his own zone. Figure eights to center ice. Just out of reach of Sam Girard. Picked up by Yoel Kiviranta, who is absolutely smoking red hot for the Avalanche currently. Turnover Ottawa. Shot from the point. Blocked in front. And the rebound is collected by Ridley Grigg. He'll skate it into the Avalanche zone. Shot blocked by Sam Alinsky. That goes out of play. And the whistle blows with 18:23 to go in the first. Shots now 1 apiece. No goals just yet. Kiviranta, by the way, a career-best 3-game goal streak. And it started with the opening goal in Seattle on Tuesday night. 4 goals on 8 shots for Yoel Kiviranta. Even I can do that math. Shooting percentage of 50%, pretty darn good. Face off to the right of Justus Annunen, right side of the ice. Here in our first period, 1 back for Sam Alinsky. 2-game assist streak for him. Out to center ice, turned back in by the Sens. As they wrap up a 3-game road trip, which began in Utah. Then they had 2 days off in Vegas. Lost 6-4 on Nevada Day versus the Golden Knights. And now here in the Mile High City. Through center ice, this is going to be icing on Ottawa again, and it's all whistles early on here at Ball Arena. 18:01 to go in the first. No goals to speak of just yet. The law firm of Burke Simpson reminds you any rebroadcast of this game, however tempting, is strictly prohibited without the written consent of the Avalanche or National Hockey League. When the game is on the line, go to BurgSimpsonGods.com. That's BURGSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. Face off 1 for Kale Makar in the corner. Sends it for Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon behind the zone. Saucer feed for Devon Taves. He lets it rip, and it's tipped up into the screen. Draw will be in the Ottawa end, but at least they can get fresh bodies on the ice. Taves played in his 400th career game in Seattle. Versus the Sens, he's played 12 games. Has 4 goals and 13 points. He only has more points versus the Anaheim Ducks as he remains out there. Face-off won by Ottawa. Face-offs were a problem for the Avalanche in Utah, but it didn't seem to matter. This is kicked in by Josh Norris, second-line center for the Sens. Frank Patterson. He's got the hot hand for Ottawa. Centers it off his skate. Now a saucer feed again. Yams collapse upon it and take it away. Nathan McKinnon plays him through center ice. He chops his way down the right flank into the corner. McKinnon holding through the crease as Ross Colton was there and couldn't get really turned around to get a shot on goal. Colton in search of his 8th goal of the season. 7 already leads the Avalanche by 2. Casey Middlestat in second place in that category with 5. Getting his 5th goal in Utah. Here's Shabbat. defenseman playing forward. That sound you heard was Josh Manson wrestling him down to the ice. Then Manson breaks up the centering feed, tapped to the neutral zone by Nikolai Kovalenko. First career multi-point game for him the other night. 2 assists, including one on the game winner. He's drugged down to the ice. And the first power play of the game will go to the Avalanche. You have Colorado with the third best power play in the NHL. Ottawa with the second, but Colorado will have the first opportunity to make it count. Here's the referee, Chris Lee.
Ottawa 22, 2 minutes for tripping.
Avs went 2 for 4 in the power play in Utah. They have a power play goal in 7 of their 8 games played. Tied for the most games with New Jersey, but New Jersey's already played 11. Obviously, Ross Colton will be out there. 4 power play goals on the season. And that is tied with Nico Hischier for the most in the National Hockey League. Face off to the right of Anton Forsberg. A lot of thoughts that it might be Linus Ullmark trying to rebound after that game in Vegas, but Travis Green goes with Forsberg. Faceoff is won by Ottawa, taken back by Jake Sanderson, and he'll clear it for Ottawa. 16 and a half to go in the first. Power play just underway for Colorado. Kale Makar will keep it himself. Steams into the Ottawa zone. Pass back from Middlestat. Makar in the corner. Keeps it at the far side hash marks. Now off the wall for Mikko Rantanen. Scoots down the boards to the goal line of Middlestat. Back for Rantanen at the half wall. Up top, one-touch pass for Rantanen from Kale Makar. He tried to send it through the slot. It was blocked by Ottawa, and they'll toast it in on target. Save made by Onanen, and he'll guide it aside for an oncoming Kale Makar. 40 seconds gone in the power play. Nathan McKinnon gets the slingshot pass for Makar. Through center ice, near side wall, Middlestat. Up top for Kale Makar, he's got room. Pass down low for Middlestat, misses, but it's right on the tape of McKinnon. Makar back from McKinnon, slings it all the way over for Mikko Rantanen. Makar fakes it. So does Nathan McKinnon, looking for that tap in at the slot. It's Ross Colton sitting in his office. And he picked up the phone. Unfortunately, nobody on the other end except for Anton Forsberg, who makes a save on the one-timer from Colton in the slot with 1:01 gone in the power play. 15:42 to go in the first. It remains scoreless here in Denver. That top unit will stay out there. Middlestat will take the face-off. Avs were 28%. That was the second worst game that they've had, I believe, that I could find since 97-98. McKinnon off the face-off. When Middlestat backdoor for Mikko Rantanen, and he got handcuffed by Josh Norris. Josh Norris just saved a goal for Ottawa as Rantanen was cruising in the back door at the left post of Anton Forsberg. Middlestat had the vision. Mikko Rantanen has only 1 goal his last 7 games after an opening night hat trick in Vegas. But 2 assists in Utah, 1 game-winning assist along with Kovalenko. He's actually assisted on 3 of 4 game winners for the Avalanche so far. Another face-off when Makar flicked it to the near circle, and Middlestat backdoor again for McKinnon. He has to receive it on the backhand, but no problem. Bell throwing the stick for McKinnon. Middlestat working, top of the near circle. Now McKinnon has it again. McKinnon down low for Middlestat. Avs have had some chances. Only 30 seconds to go in the power play. Gotta go in here. Middlestat from Makar. Down low McKinnon trying to creep in. McKinnon does it himself. Trying to tuck it in. Top shelf on Forsberg. I think he got a sleeve to it. Ross Colton works the puck away. Diving to get it out of the zone is the vampire known as Claude Giroux. Just not aging at all. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Second unit is out there. I don't think they're going to have a chance to do anything with it. And the Avalanche are going to be 0 for 1. Only had 1 shot. And that was the McKinnon try. Failed clearance here, Ottawa. Sam Girard ran into some trouble. Ivan. Power play goal in Utah was his first career NHL tally. And he does the work here. Kicks it for Kovalenko. It's behind him. And now Ottawa has a 3-on-3 rush the other way. Amadio, a shot. Save made by Justus Onanen. And he's able to cover up. Not a whole lot of rebound there. 14:21 to go in the first. Shots are now 3-2. Colorado no score just yet. First of 2 meetings between these 2 teams this season. March 20th, we will be in Canada's capital. With the pucks on ice, your beer should be too. Grab a case of Mountain Time, the crisp, crushable premium lager from New Belgium Brewing. Game time means Mountain Time. face-off to the left of Onanen will be taken by Parker Kelly. Former Ottawa Senator, spent 4 years there in Ottawa, 177 games. 8 of his 17 goals came last season. Another giveaway at center ice. Sprinting to get back is Kivi Ronta as he poked it away from Batherson. Batherson in the corner. Kivi Ronta holds him up just enough. Now Stützle to the point. Shot, save made by Justus Onanen with Kivi Ronta's helmet behind him. Kivi Ronta complaining to the referee that there should have been something there. There is not, so we'll take a timeout. 13:59 to go in the first. Avs are 0 for 1 on the power play. No goals yet between Colorado and Ottawa. You're listening to Avalanche Hockey on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The Buffs took care of business with Cincinnati.
We are thankful and appreciative that the hard work is going noticed, and we're making strides to be where we want to be and to do some of the things that we want to do.
The Broncos crushed the Panthers. Tomorrow, we're talking Buffs, Broncos, and all the weekend action from the Avs and Nuggets.
Anytime you have a lead in the fourth quarter, you like to be able to hold on to that lead, and I felt we shot ourselves in the foot down the stretch.
Get it all. Altitude Sports Radio, 92.5.
He scores! Oh, hail, Kale!
Avs faithful, do you want to take the first step in becoming a Colorado Avalanche season ticket member? Memberships are sold out at this time, so the best chance to get one by placing your deposit and joining the A-List membership waitlist. The A-List membership provides exclusive member benefits and first access to memberships as they become available. Head to coloradoavalanche.com/waitlist to learn more.
This joyful sound is the No More Chemo bell at Intermountain Health St. George Hospital. And it means that Sarah Parker beat cancer. It also means her doctor spotted it early enough to treat, and that her oncologist helped her fight it every step of the way. It means that her nurse helped her keep track of medicines, and that a case manager made the whole experience just a little bit easier. Every time we hear that bell, it reminds us that all things are possible when we work together. It reminds us of the power of we. Intermountain Health.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Denver, Colorado, the Avalanche and Senators are scoreless with engineer extraordinaire Alan Baca. Jordan Bird and Mark Bernoulli are back in our NHL Tonight studios. Cole Smith helping our friends from the Sens. Dean and Gore. I'm Connor McGahey. It's our pleasure to bring you each and every Avalanche hockey game here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Avs win the draw in their own zone. Lob down ice by Devon Taves. Logan O'Connor, the first one there. Believe it or not, he's still looking for his first points of the season. Middlestat takes it away from the oncoming Tim Stützle. Stützle works to get it back. Centers it. Kale Makar broke it up. Tapped ahead by Kovalenko. Ottawa definitely more tenacious with the sticks early on. They don't want it to be a high-flying affair like it was on the Strip 2 nights ago. Again, Ottawa had the lead, but then gave up 3 goals in 3 minutes and 11 seconds to lose 6-4. McKinnon has it. Deep in the Ottawa zone out in front for Ross Colton. Again, a save made by Forsberg. McKinnon, his shot through traffic. Save made. You heard it go off the paddle. And the rebound not cleared by Ottawa. Now it's thrown in front, tipped just wide by the Senators. McKinnon absorbed some contact. Now rans it in all the way over centered for Ross Colton high in the zone. Calvin DeHaan. He's from just outside of Ottawa, Tarp, Ontario. Actually helped establish a brewery there, Ridge Rock Brewing Company. Calvin DeHaan up through center ice, blocked. Chris Wagner will see it fall, and he'll chip it to the corner. Turnover, Matthew Steinberg. Works his way down deep, leaves it for Wagner all the way up top for DeHaan. Holding, shot towards the net, tipped just over the left shoulder of Forsberg into the net, and play halts with 12:22 to go in period 1. Avalanche nothing, and Senators nothing. Ottawa shut out Utah. That was Forsberg's last game, his first and only shutout of the season. Looking to make the playoffs for the first time in 7 seasons. They have the 3rd longest active drought, trailing Buffalo, who's missed it for 13 straight years, and Detroit at 8 straight. 3rd coach in 64 games, Travis Green, after DJ Smith got fired towards the end of last season. Jacques Pan took over in the interim. Travis Green, speaking of interim, is an interim in New Jersey before getting hired full-time here in Ottawa. There will be a test later. 8-minute mark of the first period. Shots are 5-2 Avalanche. No score just yet. Colorado will send it to the far corner. Tyler Clevin. 6'5", 221 out of Fargo, North Dakota. Sends it ahead. Centering feed again is blocked. Parker Kelly can't clear. Kale Makar and Devon Taves can't. Off the near side boards. Miles Wood will circle around center ice. Tries to thread the needle for Nathan McKinnon. Onside, no icing. Nick Jensen. Flying pressure. Knocks it ahead for Josh Norris. Sends it all the way over for Claude Giroux from Hearst, Ontario. Again in the neighborhood of Ottawa. So this is a homecoming for him. Kale Makar got high stick by Norris. Chris Lee does nothing about it. Shot towards the net. Dipped to the corner. Battinson has it. Centers it, but it's behind Giroux. Kept in by Jensen. Pass down low. Boy, Makar got a stick underneath the visor. That's the second helmet that's either come off or almost come off of the Avalanche in that exact same spot. Centering feed. Off a skate. McKinnon takes it away. Mikko Rantanen. He's got the trailer and Ross Colton. Colton holding. Backhanded for Rantanen, but it's behind him. At some point, you just have to shoot the puck and not try and pass it into the net. The Avalanche overpassed there in the 3-on-2, and Ottawa able to clear it and get a change. Sam Girard at the middle of the ice for Middlestat, appropriately enough. Knocked off of his play to the corner. He'll chop at it. Behind the net, Kovalenko centering feed in Denver. Logan O'Connor, that's denied. Josh Manson towards the net front. Stuck in the paraphernalia of a Sen, I believe. That's Michael Amadio. And it's brought ahead. Amadio slings it through the crease. And no tap in there for the Sens. Habs get some sticks and lanes. Take it away. Now Kovalenko will connect with Middlestat in front of the Ottawa bench. He'll backhand it in. And the Avalanche get a much-needed change at the halfway mark of the first period. Ottawa's had some dangerous chances, but haven't been able to do anything with it. Avalanche the same. One on the power play. Couple even strength. Up the middle, Steinberg will tip it in and go to work. They'll track down Clevin. Near side boards, Noah Gregor high in the air. Former Shark. DeHaan trying to stick handle. Leaves it for Ivan. Near side boards. Nice play by DeHaan. Ivan lets it go. Off a leg and wide to the wall. Chris Wagner a big hit. Poked by Malinsky. Definitely feels like a hockey game at the moment. And sometimes it doesn't. Bottom half of the Avalanche lineup throwing the body around. This is Nick Cousins. Fresh off a Stanley Cup win with the Florida Panthers. 1-year deal here in Ottawa. Taken away by Miles Wood. Stick handling down the slot. Here's Parker Kelly who lets it go. Looking for a storybook result against his former team. It's off a stick. Out of play. We'll take a timeout. 9:12 to go in the first. Shots are 5-3 Avs. No score in the Mile High City. We thank you for listening tonight to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey, it's T-Mac, and if it's time to sell your home, you want to win by selling fast for max cash. The way to win, hire the best agent. That's Ed Prather. Ed guarantees a win. He guarantees your home sold, or he'll sell it for free. Ed is the agent I use to sell my home. He'll do the same for you. With an intense marketing plan, no required repairs, no contract to sign, fire him at any time, Ed will get your home sold, or he'll sell it for free. Go to edprather.com, edprather.com, and win.
Vic Lombardi here with the Queen of Chicken. We're talking Redbird Farms chicken. It's so tender you can cut it with a fork. You don't even need a knife.
Did you know that Redbird Chicken is offered by fine restaurants?
Very well aware of that.
And why haven't you taken me?
Because you cook it so well at home.
Oh, good one. So what you're saying is you're cheap.
Whatever. Redbird Farms. You can taste the difference. Available at King Soopers, City Market, and Safeway.
As long as you make it Redbird Farms.
There are trucks. Then there's the truck. GMC Sierra. Not just any truck. The truck. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR for 36 months on GMC Sierra light-duty models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Monthly payment is $28.16 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment 15%. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 10/31/24.
This is Casey Middlestat. This is Jonathan Drew. This is Josh Manson.
The Avalanche.
You've got Colorado Avalanche hockey
on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
go in the first period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. Avalanche and Senators are scoreless. Usually these games are 7-6 in that ballpark. We could get there, but the early indications are not. Top line is out there for the Avalanche. McKinnon, Rantanen, and Ross Colton. Devon Taves and Kale Makar round out your party of 5. Face-off won by the Sens. Backwards for Jake Sanderson. Really has come alive for Ottawa. Top D pairing with Travis Hamonic in his second tour of duty in the Canadian capital. Mikko Rantanen stick handling in his own zone. Heavy forecheck coming from Norris. Almost a panic move over for Taves, and the Avalanche lucky to get it back across the Senators line. Rocketed the other way, in on target. Onanen will play it in for Taves, off the end wall for Kale Makar, and the Avalanche trying to get around the forecheck of Ottawa. They do it with McKinnon and Makar. Makar fumbled the pass, able to get it back in deep. Poole cues it. Between the legs pass is almost turned over. Don't do that in your own zone. Travis Hamonic should know by now. Rantanen, I don't think is going to get away with one. It is holding. And the Senators' power play, which is deadly, is going to get their first opportunity of the game with 8:23 to go in the period. Once again, here's referee Chris Lee.
Colorado 96, 2 minutes for holding the stick.
So the Ottawa power play, as we mentioned, second best in the NHL overall. 41.7% on the road, 2 of 7. I said 2 of 8 earlier, but I cannot count. They have allowed a shorthanded goal this year. The Avalanche have not scored a shorthanded goal, excuse me. Avs were perfect on the PK in Utah. No power play goals allowed on 3 opportunities. Did give up 4 shots on the season, 29th in the NHL. That skewed a little bit, as it usually is. 3 power play goals allowed on 11 opportunities here on home ice. This is the 5th home game of the season for the Avs. Parker Kelly out there to take it against Claude Giroux. Giroux, one of the best face-off takers really of all time. Won 55.8% of his draws so far this season. He's been 50% or better his last 16 seasons in the NHL. This is number 18. Behind the net, Adam Gaudette. He had 2 goals versus the Golden Knights the other night. 3rd career 2-goal game. His first came in an overtime loss when he was with Vancouver versus the Colorado Avalanche. Giroux through center ice. Sends it wide left. Calvin Nahan takes that away. Slapped for Gaudette near side half wall. He'll slap it back for Claude Giroux. Can't get away from Parker Kelly, who will bank it off the boards and down ice with about 20 to go in the power play. 7:40 to go in the first period. Shots now 6-5. Ottawa, no score just yet. Out of his own zone comes Gaudette. Brought ahead. Down low, 2-on-1. He's taken away by Kale Makar, and he'll wrist it the distance. That was Tim Stützle, by the way, instead of Gaudette. Brought it ahead. Now Sanderson tries to escape. Yoel Kiviranta leaves the drop pass for Stützle. The German can't do anything with it, and Kale Makar will dispatch this one with 40 seconds left in the man advantage. Kick started by Forsberg. Stützle lobs it towards the Avalanche net. Manson gets their first big drive off the boards, and it's over everybody's head and lands behind Forsberg in the Ottawa zone. 26 seconds to go in the power play. Chavant leaves it at center. Jensen even further back. Stützle again, left flank. Doesn't work out this time as Parker Kelly steals it away shorthanded, brings it 1-on-3 to center ice. And he'll just calmly and coolly lay it with a backhand down the far boards and into Ottawa territory. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Ottawa never got it set up. Avalanche did a great job on the PK, but there's more work to do here. Colton steals away. McKinnon. Headman passes for Mikko Rantanen. Out of the box just behind him. Rantanen turns and fires a centering feed. Fell over. And Ottawa will bring it the other way. Hard to see who it was, but McKinnon's feed for Rantanen was just deflected enough to slow up Mikko and prevent the breakaway. 5:55 to go in the first. No score. Avalanche and Senators. Rantanen, freshly rested, will bring it up the near side wall and lob it into the crest of the sweater of Anton Forsberg. Both teams will change. Sanderson behind his own net. Goes up route one, as they say. It's deflected into section 104. Someone will go home tonight with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc, and he's okay. We'll take a timeout. 5:35 to go in the first. He's happy. We're happy. Hopefully you're happy too. Shots are 6 apiece. Goals are 0s apiece on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bet. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Colorado. Terms and conditions apply.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Is your job work or rewarding? The Colorado State Patrol is hiring problem solvers and natural leaders who like helping others in their community. Apply now for a career that matters. And by this time next year, you could be a Colorado State Trooper with a mobile office, making a difference. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more. Or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
5:35 to go in the first period. Ball Arena, no score between the Avalanche and the Senators. Get ready for an epic showdown as Nikita Kucherov and the Tampa Bay Lightning take on Nathan MacKinnon and your Colorado Avalanche on Wednesday, October 30th at 7 p.m. Don't miss this matchup live here at Ball Arena. Get your tickets at coloradoavalanche.com. Art Ross versus the Hart Trophy here on Wednesday night. Get in out of the cold, which we're finally getting here in Denver, much to the relief of Alan Baca, who loves the cold. Really does. Loves the cold, loves the LA Dodgers. It's going to be okay, I promise. It's going to be okay. Face-off at center ice is won by Ottawa. They'll bring it back into their own end. Tipped in front of the Avalanche bench. It hits the curved piece of the glass just over the head of Alexander Georgiev, who will get the nod tomorrow night here in this building when the Avalanche host the Chicago Blackhawks. Not something that Colorado does very often. Some teams like the home back-to-backs more, but it's a rare one. Again, tomorrow here versus Chicago. Second Central Division meeting of the season. First was a win versus Utah. This is an icing call on Ottawa. 5:18 to go in the first. Shots are 6 apiece. No goals. Avs hockey brought to you by Ryan House, 14th and Market, near Ball Arena. Great spot for food and drink before, during, or after any Avs game. Busy down there today with the Broncos beating the Carolina Panthers, moving to 5-on-3. The Baltimore Ravens lose. Their record is now 5-3, and that's where Denver is headed off to next Sunday. Avs will be off on Sunday after returning from a game Saturday night in Music City as they play the Nashville Predators. A lot of time on home ice in the next coming weeks, really. We'll start the 3-game homestand. The only road games they play are 2 one-offs. At Nashville, at Winnipeg. Mikko Rantanen leads it for MacKinnon. High in the zone, cuts to the middle. Far circle, now MacKinnon lobs it towards the net. That's blocked, and that hurt Claude Giroux. As McKinnon works back in his own zone, hacked at by Giroux. Forces the puck loose. Now Taves will go cross-country for Ross Colton. Leaves it down the boards for Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon cuts to the middle. Backhander. He scores! The Mac attack is back, Jack! That is goal number 189 in this building, and that is a new Colorado Avalanche record. He has points in every single game this season, and McKinnon now has one more than the maestro Milan Hajduk here in Ball Arena, celebrating its 25th season. For Nathan McKinnon, it is his 4th goal of the season, and the Avalanche lead 1-0. The Senators were complaining about a collision between Ross Colton and a defenseman, which freed up McKinnon to go to the backhand. Played it through the 5-hole of Forsberg. And McKinnon making the slashing motion on the way to the bench. Hold on a second.
I was using coach's towels determine whether it's goaltender interference before the goal.
That seems like a stretch. There was a collision between Ross Colton and somebody. Rantanen was headed towards the net front. He threw on the brakes and actually fell backwards. As Forsberg pushed to his right, there was some contact with his skate. But, I mean, the puck goes through the legs of Forsberg and in. Rantanen went to stop. He lost an edge. His left skate comes in contact with the right skate of Forsberg. Forsberg then is able to push to his right and try and make the save. It goes through his legs anyhow and in. I've stopped trying to guess what the decisions are, so here it is.
After coach's challenge video review, it is determined that there was goaltender interference. We have no goal.
Travis Great staring across the bench at Jared Bednar like, I won that one. That was very strange. All right, so back to square one. McKinnon does not get goal 189. And the faceoff will come into the neutral zone. So just unlucky there for Mikko Rantanen, who again is trying to do the right thing. Again, there was skate-on-skate contact, but again, for Forsberg to try and make that save, it's not like the interference was interfering with his ability to make the save. But Toronto and Chris Lee and Grady Hamilton disagree. Hamilton, by the way, his 3rd career NHL game tonight as an official, working along with linesmen Travis Toomey and Caleb Apperson. They are doing some ice surgery in the crease of Anton Forsberg. We remain scoreless with 4:32 to go in the first period. Shots are 7-6 Avalanche. Anytime the Avalanche have a power play, it's a Pins and Aces power play. Pins and Aces, your source for stylish golf apparel, either on the course or in the stands. You can stand out with Pins and Aces. Visit pinsandaces.com. So faceoff will be in the neutral zone. Middlestat will take it, we think. He's 2 of 3 so far tonight. Can't win this one, though. Brady Tkachuk will tap it backwards for Nick Jensen. Send it up. Kovalenko trying to do some work. Turner over at center. And it's wristed back in by Sam Girard. Jensen feeling pressure from Kovalenko, who can throw a hit. Middlestat underneath. Backhander for Kovalenko. He tipped it, but it's off the side of the net. Middlestat with O'Connor and Kovalenko is not the second line that Jared Bednar, I think, has in mind when he draws up his lineup at the end of the preseason. However, it has been very, very effective. I know Logan O'Connor doesn't have any points, but Kovalenko has been noticeable, and Casey Middlestat has made it count. Sam Girard over for Miles Wood. He'll keep it, send it on target. Save made by Forsberg. Wood has his own rebound. Avs need more of that. He'll let it go again. Deflected wide. Brady Tkachuk leans into Parker Kelly a little bit early. Two former teammates. Wood to the point to Hahn. Towards the net. Tipped off the left toe of Forsberg. That's the second chance for Parker Kelly in this first period, as the Sens will slide into the Avalanche end with 3:20 to go in the first. Still scoreless. Avs turn it over, but Hahn recovers. Malinsky fumbled it for a moment, takes a hit to make a play. Kiviranta off the wall, ran into his teammate. Fortunately, Miles Wood is there to sweep it to center. Jacob Bernard Docker will recover, sends it down the near side boards. Third pairing defenseman for Ottawa. Rolling puck is collected by Kelly. And clears. Nick Cousins keeps it in the zone. Now Malinsky tries again. Kelly had a hard time with the boards. Scraped away from him by Cousins. Gaudette is there as well. Sam Malinsky in space. Turned back into trouble. Finally, Ross Colton, who's just off the bench, able to leave it for Kelly. Lines it across for Kiviranta, who is gassed. That was a long shift for that whole squad. Over a minute 20. As will clear to center, brought the other way by Batherson. Holding, now centering it, tipped wide off the skate of Josh Norris. Now it's actually Claude Giroux who had the shot. 2:12 to go in the first period. Giroux circling down to the corner, one-timer block. Ross Colton sends it ahead for Mikko Rantanen. Rantanen stick handles around Hamonic. Rantanen still has it high in the zone, leaves it for Devon Taves is off the bench with a pass by Rantanen. Now Nathan McKinnon on the cycle. Makar, backdoor for Taves, deflected wide. It was a yawning net. Sent high in the zone, Mikko Rantanen struggling with Kale Makar. Rantanen keeps it himself, back to the point, nobody home. The Avs have had a couple of those. Backdoor feeds, one for Rantanen, one for Taves, where there's a tap in, and it's missed over the top. Now Wagner, nice play to get along the wall. Wagner roughed up for a moment. He loses an edge down to the ice. Sens come away with it with 88 seconds to go in the period. Taken back by the Avs. Sent back across center ice. Wagner will tip it deep and try and track down Nick Jensen. Traded for Jacob Chikrin. Caps. Down low, shot save made on and then thrown back in front, gloved by Ivan. He's trying to skate out of the zone with the help of Wagner. They get to center ice, and Wagner is checked into the Ottawa bench. He's okay. They'll go off for a change with exactly a minute.
1 minute remaining in the period.
I told you, so did Alan Roach. No score, Avalanche and Senators. Logan O'Connor working in the corner as he sends Bernard Docker down to the ice. Car pile up. You hear it right at our microphones there. It's like you're almost here at Ball Arena, at least I hope so. Penalty coming up on the Senators as Middlestat got slashed. Sends it all the way over for Josh Manson. Off the bench is Nathan McKinnon. He's the extra skater. Manson now for Sam Girard. Back for Manson. He holds. Trying to get McKinnon the puck. Girard will receive it near side wall on the backhand. Now McKinnon has it at the half wall. McKinnon. Saucer feed for Manson, down low for Middlestat, back for McKinnon, around the far circle. McKinnon leads it for Middlestat at the hash marks. Middlestat with it, stick handling for Kovalenko. He scores! Nikolai! Nathan McKinnon pulls the puck out of the net and gives it to the second member of the Kovalenko family to score a goal for the Colorado Avalanche. First Andre, now it's Nikolai. This one's gonna count. It's 1-0 Avalanche. Middlestat will pick up another assist. A nifty little dish in front for Kovalenko, parked atop the crease. He puts it high on Forsberg, and the Avalanche late in the first period on the delayed penalty get the game's first goal. Here's Alan Roach.
Goal! Scoring his first NHL goal, number 51, Nikolai Kovalenko. Assisted by number 37, Casey Middlestat, and number 29, Nathan McKinnon. Time of the goal, 19.
McKinnon doesn't get a goal, but he gets an assist. His streak is alive, and the Avalanche lead 1-0 after one. When we come back, Mark Bertinoli and Jordan Berg will take over in the NHL Tonight studios with the intermission report, scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. We'll also hear from Avalanche forward Matthew Steinberg. But after 20 minutes of play at Ball Arena, Nikolai Kovalenko has his first career NHL goal, and the Avalanche have a 1-0 lead on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Logan O'Connor on the mistake. O'Connor! One time. Kiviranta, a shot. Tipped on. Rebound! That's a goal.
Your Avalanche intermission report is next.
Mercy! Mercy me!
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The Altitude Authentics Team Store is the place to go for the best selection of Colorado Avalanche gear.
One-timer from Dave. He scores! It's a taser from Taser!
From hats and T-shirts to your favorite players' jerseys and more, Authentics has the best gear at the best prices.
Saved by Georgiev! That's as good as a glove save gets.
Can't get to Ball Arena? Check out AltitudeAuthentics.com for 24-hour shopping.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche. And people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
Pick a treat worth $500 in cash with Pumpkin Patch Match. Weekends in October at Century Casino Central City. Earn entries with your play at Century all week. Fridays through Sundays, winners draw on every half hour, pick prizes to find a match. Win up to $500. Stay until the final daily drawing when the $500 prize is guaranteed. It's all treats with no tricks at Century Casino and Hotel. Take I-70 to exit 243. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Born in Denver, Richard Flanagan came from a large, close family. He was working some jobs, but didn't have a career. IBEW sounded like the opportunity and the support he needed. So he started his apprenticeship and now is a journeyman wireman and working with some of the best craftsmen in the world.
I'm Richard Flanagan. I am the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW. Come join us.
Our local IBEW is 68. Go online at IBEW68.com.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche intermission report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by the Colorado State Patrol. Trooper applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to apply. Welcome to your first intermission report, along with Jordan Berg. I'm Mark Bertinoli, coming live from the studios here in Denver. And after the opening 20 minutes of hockey at Ball Arena, the Colorado Avalanche lead the Ottawa Senators by a score of 1-0. Coming up here in your first intermission report, we will get to all the scores around the world of sports. We've got 3 other games in the NHL. Those other 3 games are all final. We've got, of course, a whole slate of NFL games, including Sunday Night Football and the Broncos in action this afternoon. We got a bunch of games in the NBA. There's a couple of MLS playoff games. All that's coming up. First, though, let's listen to the highlights from the first period of this contest. Colorado Avalanche are cooking. They're like smooth, creamy butter because they're on a roll. They have won 4 straight games. They are starting a 3-game homestand with a visit from the Ottawa Senators. This is also the first back-to-back of the season for the Avalanche as they play tomorrow and host Chicago. The Senators coming off a loss to the Golden Knights. The Avs coming off that win in Utah against the Hockey Club. And in the first period of this game, we had what we thought was a fairly historic goal with about 5 minutes to go in the contest. Here's how it sounded.
As McKinnon works back in his own zone, hacked at by Giroux. Forces the puck loose. Now Taves will go cross-country for Ross Colton. Leaves it down the boards for Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon cuts to the middle. Backhander. He scores! The Mac attack is back, Jack! That is 189 in this building, and that is a new Colorado Avalanche record. He has points in every single game this season, and McKinnon now has one more than the maestro Milan Hajduk here in Ball Arena, celebrating its 25th season. For Nathan McKinnon, it is his 4th goal of the season, and the Avalanche lead 1-0. The Senators were complaining about a collision between Ross Colton and a defenseman, which freed up McKinnon to go to the backhand, played it through the 5-hole of Forsberg, and McKinnon making the slashing motion on the way to the bench. Hold on a second.
I was using coach's towels determine whether there's goaltender interference before the goal.
That seems like a stretch.
After coach's challenge video review, it is determined that there was goaltender interference. We have no goal.
So they called it back, although it was not much contact there. But either way, they take McKinnon's goal off the board, and we are still knotted up as zeros until the closing seconds of the first period. Matter of fact, with just 8 seconds to go in the first period, congratulations to this man.
Saucer feed for Manson, down low for Middlestat, back for McKinnon, around the far circle. McKinnon leads it for Middlestat at the hash marks. Middlestat with it, stick handling for Kovalenko. He scores! Nikolai! Nathan McKinnon pulls the puck out of the net and gives it to the second member of the Kovalenko family to score a goal for the Colorado Avalanche. First Andre, now it's Nikolai. This one's going to count. It's 1-0 Avalanche. Middlestat will pick up another assist. A nifty little dish in front for Kovalenko, parked atop the crease. He puts it high on Forsberg, and the Avalanche late in the first period on the delayed penalty get the game's first goal. Here's Alan Roach.
Oh, Kovalenko gets his first. This one from Middlestat McKinnon at 1952, and the Avs lead the Senators 1-0 after 1. The Avalanche are currently out-shooting Ottawa 8-6. The Sens, though, winning the face-off dot 58-42. And neither team was able to score on the power play. Sens 0-1, Avs 0-1, but Colorado's got the 1-0 lead. We'll continue with your first intermission report after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Colorado, at Phil Long Ford of Denver's Commercial Vehicle Center, we take your business further. With Colorado's largest selection of work-ready trucks, flatbeds, service bodies, cargo vans, and passenger vans, our commercial experts are here to help you every step of the way. We'll find the perfect vehicle for all your business needs. That's why Colorado businesses drive Phil Long Ford of Denver. Go online at phillongdenver.com or come see us off Wadsworth, just south of Hampton.
Hey guys, Andy Lindahl for Ed Prather, and maybe it's time to sell your home and you want maximum cash. I know how to sell your home for maximum cash. The secret is simple. It's Ed Prather. Ed is the Denver real estate expert who guarantees your home sold or he'll sell it for free. Ed is the agent I would hire to sell my home, and he has hundreds of happy customers who agree. Ed has an intense marketing plan, no required repairs, and no contracts to sign. Fire him at any time. Ed will get your home sold or he'll sell it for free. Go to edprather.com. That's edprather.com and get your home sold for maximum cash.
Hi, Terry Lombardi, along with Vic.
For Redbird Farms chicken, you could taste the difference.
Which is why Redbird Farms is offered by fine restaurants.
Yeah, and the Redbird Farms is juicy, tender, and delicious. It's so tender you can cut it with a fork, don't even need a knife. Available at King Soopers, City Market, and Safeway.
Redbird Farms chicken, what real chicken tastes like. Did you hear me clapping? I don't know why I clapped.
It's a wrap.
Redbird Farms.
Hockey is back
back, and on Sport Trade, betting hockey has never been easier. On Sport Trade, you can view the odds as probabilities, allowing you to bet Colorado to win pregame at 40% odds, then sell your bet at 70% after they take a 2-0 lead in the first period. For first-time bettors out there, this is your calling. No more having to understand confusing odds like plus 115 and minus 160. Just buy low, sell high. Download Sport Trade today. Use code NATE. Earn 10% cash back on every bet in your first week. Sport Trade is regulated by the Colorado Division of Gaming. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Avalanche Intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Welcome back. Avs lead the Senators 1-0. After one, let's pause for station identification, brought to you by Burke Simpson on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Before, during, wrist far hand, shoots deflected, they score! Lives here. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Now let's head on back to Ball Arena, where Connor McGahey is standing by with one of the Avs skaters. Connor.
All right, Berto, thanks very much. Joined downstairs by Matt Steinberg. Avs lead 1-0 after one. You guys have completely turned things around in the last 4 games. How exactly do you feel like you've done it?
I think it's just the attention to the small details, establishing a forecheck, playing simple, and, trust that the offense is going to come with these guys.
Well, and it really has, and it's come from all over the place. And every single shift of yours has been noticeable. You play in a career-high 645 in Utah the other night. How have you assessed your first couple games in the National Hockey League?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty good overall. Obviously there's some learning moments and some things you want to adjust, but so far it's been a blast, and I'm just enjoying every bit of it.
When a guy like Kovalenko scores his first NHL goal, you know that yours is coming, but are you happy for him?
Yeah, of course. It's always fun to see other guys succeed on the team and stuff. I think that's part of the reason we have such a good group here. Guys are cheering for each other, and it just creates success.
Great stuff, Matt. Thank you very much. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
As Matt Steinberg, Avs have a 1-0 lead after one. Berto, as we send it back to you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you much. Let's go ahead and tell you what's happening in the NHL today and tonight. We had 3 of the games. They are all final. The Edmonton Oilers were in Detroit to take on the Red Wings, and the Red Wings had themselves a 2-1 lead heading to the third period, but Edmonton would tie the game in the third and force overtime, and then Leon Draisaitl scores his second of the game just 18 seconds into overtime, and Edmonton gets the 3-2 win over the Winged Wheel. Draisaitl with a 3-point night with 2 goals and a helper, and the Oilers are now 4-4-1 on the season. The New Jersey Devils were taking on the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks scored first and made it 1-0, and then New Jersey just started to score all the goals.
Now for Dawson Mercer, celebrating his 23rd birthday tonight. Let's see if he can score as a birthday present to himself. Makes a move, shovel shot, off the stick, and it's put home from Otter's stick. Well, it's not the goal, but it's Dawson Mercer's second assist of the night. And now the Devils have opened it up. It's 4-1.
All right, thanks to the Devils Radio Network. New Jersey scores 5 unanswered, ends up winning the game 6-2 over Anaheim as the Ducks fall to 3-4-1. The Montreal Canadiens just beat the Philadelphia Flyers as the Flyers tried to mount a comeback in the third period. They pulled within 1, but Montreal holds them off for the 4-3 win. Over in the NFL, in Sunday Night Football, it's the Cowboys and the 49ers. They are currently at halftime. Dallas with the 10-6 lead over San Francisco in that contest. Brock Purdy is 10 of 16 for 151 yards. Dak Prescott, 14 of 18, 110 yards, and 1 interception in the contest. Here in Denver, the Broncos hosted the Carolina Panthers, and the Broncos roll 28-14. Denver improves to 5-3 with the 28-14 win over Carolina as the Panthers fall to 1-7. Bo Nix, 284 yards and 3 touchdown passes. He also ran for a touchdown in this game. And the Broncos improved to 2-2 at home and 5-3 on the season. The Eagles topped the Bengals 37-17. The Browns with a win against the Ravens 29-24. Jameis Winston with 3 touchdowns, including a late one that won it for Cleveland. The Lions hammered the Titans 52-14. Cardinals over the Dolphins 28-27. The Patriots beat the Jets 25-22. Falcons take down the Buccaneers in Tampa 31-26. Packers with a last-second win over the Jags 30-27. Texans beat the Colts 23-20. Chargers over the Saints 26-8. The Bills beat the Seahawks 31-10, and the Commanders with a crazy win over the Bears 18-15. In our game, the Avs lead the Sens 1-0 after 1. Connor McGahey with the second period next, right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
There are trucks. Then there's the truck. GMC Sierra, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course, the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra, not just any truck, the truck. GMC's continued commitment to professional-grade engineering is on full display at your Colorado GMC dealers. Come take a test drive today and see for yourself. We are professional-grade GMC.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
40 locations and more coming soon. You're sure to have a Cobblestone near you. Save time, save money, and go unlimited with Cobblestone Car Wash. When you sign up for an unlimited plan, you get to enjoy the benefits and wash all you want with no contract required. Just ask a Cobblestone team member for more details or visit cobblestone.com to find a location near you and sign up today. Cobblestone Car Wash, official car wash partner of the Colorado Avalanche. Go Avs, go. All Copy Products is a one-stop shop for all your office technology needs. Whether you're looking for a brand new office copier, state-of-the-art espresso machine, or for professional help with your IT environment, All Copy Products is devoted to helping you overcome your everyday workplace challenges and focus more on your core business. Find out how All Copy Products can help your company maximize its efficiency with their award-winning service today by visiting www.allcopyproducts.com.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Keep hammering pucks, boys. Keep hammering pucks.
It's time for the second period.
You get opportunity, shoot. Be ready to shoot and unload and get your body around it on your forehand.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the second period, Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Senators. Nikolai Kovalenko scoring his first career NHL goal on a delayed penalty at the end of the first. It was scored at 19:52. That's the 4th goal this season that the Avs have scored in the last minute of a period. And Kovalenko, of course, the second Kovalenko to score for the Colorado Avalanche. His father, Andre, a main piece of the Patrick Roy trade. Andre scored 11 times before getting traded in early December of 1995. McKinnon throws it in front. It's off a body. The intended target was Ross Colton. Brought the other way by Batherson. Stabbed aside by Devon Taves. Has stretched to stay onside. McKinnon throws it through the crease. Ross Colton couldn't get there in time. And you don't blame him because Nathan McKinnon just... He's a freak. He's the fastest man alive. 21.98 miles per hour is the fastest that McKinnon has skated in this hockey game tonight. Everybody else is actually an Ottawa Senator. Kovalenko down to the near side circle. Middlestad has an assist, has the puck, throws it off his skate, and that goes wide of Sam Girard back to center ice. Reset time, Girard taps it ahead, 4-on-2 for the Avalanche down low. Kovalenko got the return pass from Middlestat, and that's blocked again by Ottawa. Kovalenko for Logan O'Connor. Behind the net, tries to work his way up the far side boards. Brady Tkachuk steals it away. Ottawa forced to go backwards. Senators had a lot of pressure as Josh Manson steals this. Leads it for Middlestat, near side circle. Middlestat keeps it himself. Holding, shooting, trying to pick the top corner and missed high over the top. Ottawa, no shots on goal the last 8.5 minutes of the first period. They don't have any to start the second period. It's been all Colorado on this shift. Middlestat centers it to the point. Sam Girard keeps it in with one hand. Now he'll pitchfork it behind the net. Middlestat is there again. Casey Middlestat is all over the place. This is a long shift. This is almost 2 minutes that Ottawa's been hemmed in their zone. The Avalanche have changed except for Sam Girard. Back from Malinsky. He shoots off of Forsberg and wide. Behind the net, Girard keeps it himself. Escapes a hit, Girard. Swings free, Middlestat steps aside. No angle shot, save made. It falls behind Tkachuk, who tied up Malinsky. And finally, Norris knocks it up, but not out. Kept in by McKinnon. Along the blue line, Middlestat was headed off for a change. Toe drag a shot, and that rattles wide off the near side boards. Again, it is Norris who has it and barely gets it across center ice. Crowd knows. DeHaan swings it for Malinsky. Malinsky back for DeHaan in the trapezoid behind the net of the Ottawa Senators. McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, a one-timer. What a save with the left pad made by Anton Forsberg. Into the corner comes Miles Wood in bowling ball mode. And now Rantanen digs it out of the pile up top for DeHaan. He lets it go off of Nathan McKinnon, tipped wide behind the net, and it's finally blasted down ice. And wide of the net of Justus Annunen. A little bit of frustration there for Travis Hamonic. And that group of Sens is able to stay, or has to stay. The Avalanche are able to switch. Oh my goodness. And now Anton Forsberg has got... See, that is unsportsmanlike conduct. That Forsberg pretending like he has an equipment issue on an icing call. He does. It may be a loose skate blade, but it shouldn't take this long. This defeats the entire purpose of Ottawa not being able to change, because that whole last shift for Sanderson, Hamonic, they've been on the ice for 2 minutes and 52 seconds, and now they're getting a breather. And Ross Colton is saying to the linesman exactly what I'm saying is, come on. Goaltender, without, I guess with the exception of the helmet, and a skate blade that's flown across the ice, should not be able to make any changes until his team is allowed to change. And the equipment staff for Ottawa is just taking their sweet old time. Unsportsmanlike conduct from the Senators. Mark Rycroft is between the benches for Altitude Television tonight. He's got a front row seat at this, and the fans are beginning to boo. There has to be some sort of penalty for this. There isn't in the rule book, but again, we've been resting for over 2 minutes now. So even though the Senators have not been allowed to change, they're fully rested. See, if it takes this long, you should have to put the other goaltender into the net. You have a backup netminder in Linus Ullmark who's perfectly ready to go. If the goaltender cannot change his equipment, he should have to go off, and the other goaltender should be made to come on. This is poorly handled by the National Hockey League. This is poorly handled by the officials here at Ball Arena. They should make Ullmark have to go in the net, and they should have done it 3 minutes ago. This is absolutely ridiculous. And now Ullmark is putting on his gear to come out, but again, this should have happened at first. You have an equipment issue, you go off, down the tunnel, get it fixed, and then you can come back on later. But now, Everybody on Ottawa is rested after, again, they were hemmed in their zone for almost 3 minutes. And now all of a sudden Anton Forsberg says, oh, magically my skate is okay. He was about to go back in the net, but now it's Linus Ullmark who's in there. Just silly. Face-off won by the Avalanche. Taves towards the net. Tipped on, save made by Ullmark. Rebound is there. Avalanche slided back in front. Rantanen can't get turned around. He's tripped down to the ice. No call. And Ottawa able to get it across the red line. And we get a late whistle as there's a Senator down to the right of Linus Ullmark. It is Travis Hamonic. 1-0 Avalanche, 16:51 to go in the second period. I'm not upset. I'm just saying that the spirit of the icing call is to not reward just playing the puck down ice. If you're tired, you have to play with tired legs and put in the extra work to get it up and out. If a goaltender has an equipment issue on an icing, and now Ullmark will come out, Forsberg will come back in, then he should have to go off and get that taken care of. The backup netminder, of which there always is one, should come in, and so you don't lose all that time. Hamonic is back to his feet for the Sens. He'll skate off under his own power. And he was at the bottom of that pile there, working against Mikko Rantanen. Oh, I see what happened. Jake Sanderson came in to try and clear the puck away, and he made contact with Hamonic's head, which sort of flung backwards a little bit. He wasn't expecting the contact. Yeah, and you heard the crowd react as they're just seeing the replay now for the first time.
Your attention, a changing goal for the Ottawa Senators.
So the second changing goal in as many minutes for Ottawa as Forsberg is back in, and the fans are booing, and frankly they should. Again, that should have been insisted upon long before. Wraparound try from Ottawa. Save made by Onnen, and rebound kept into the bar point by Jensen. Ottawa going right to left. Here in the second period, the Avs the opposite direction. McKinnon knocks it out of midair. Mikko Rantanen, Ross Colton working through center. Here comes McKinnon. 1-on-1. McKinnon lost a handle on it at the last second. Held by Jensen up against the boards. Leaves it for Colton in the corner to the point. Kale Makar. Now it's Josh Manson. Fakes the one-timer. Guides it to the far side. Jensen intercepts. But Ross Colton the same. He tries to get it to McKinnon in the slot. Taken back by Shabbat. And he'll one-hand it around Mikko Rantanen in front of his own bench, and finally backhands it behind Justus Annunen. He'll settle it down. 15:53 to go in the second period. Shots are 13-7. Colorado, they lead 1-0. Chris Wagner down the near flank. Shot on target. Save made by Forsberg. You heard Wagner pay the price there. Steinberg to the point. Sam Girard swings it for Manson. He's got room to shoot. Manson holding, shooting. It's blocked in front. I think Manson would have liked to have let that go the first time and sort of double clutched, and that allowed Ottawa to get in the shooting lanes. Meanwhile, back in the Avalanche zone, Sam Girard for Manson. Cross country for Wagner. Couldn't get a touch to it. This is going to be icing on the Avalanche, and maybe now Justus Annunen should find an equipment issue out of nowhere. He does not. And so the Sens will make a fresh change with 15:23 to go in the second period. The Avalanche leading 1-0. Tonight's Avalanche game brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Now Forsberg's back to the bench. But you know what? Hey, it's fine. You're helping us rest this time. That's all right. So Forsberg thought that the skate would be good to go. It is not. And so Linus Ullmark will come back in for Ottawa. So they've made two goalie changes because of equipment. And now Forsberg will walk down the tunnel and get adjusted. So Ullmark is in. And for Linus Ullmark, he missed 2 weeks with a muscle strain. Great numbers versus the Avs. 2-0-1 with a 1.64 goals against and a shutout. Traded from Boston for a first-round pick, Mark Castellet and Jonas Korpisalo. Alan Roach making his third goaltender switch announcement for Ottawa in the first 4.5 minutes of our second period. Ivan will get it in. This is forced just wide by Chris Wagner off of the awkward bounce. And trust me, I know awkward. Walensky, he forces the mistake. Miles Wood will knock it down at center, flips it back into the Ottawa line. It's rocketed the other way by Sanderson. Picked up by DeHaan. And he'll look up the middle for Kiviranta. Kiviranta leaves it. Miles Wood cuts to the middle. And could he get a pass or a shot away? Kachuk into the path of Shabbat. Avs trying to get back. They do. Shot on, save made by Annunen. He's able to cover up the rebound with a crowd gathering. As they disperse, faceoff will be in the Avalanche zone. 14:34 to go in the second. Shots are 15-8. Colorado 7-1 here in the second period. They lead 1-0. Nikolai Kovalenko's first career NHL goal from Casey Middlestat and Nathan McKinnon, who now has 11 assists on the season and points in every hockey game so far in 2024 and 25. McKinnon coming off Hart Trophy and the Ted Lindsay Award. MVP of the people, MVP of the players. Shot from distance, gloved. No problem by Justus Annunen as Clevin will let it rip in search of his first career NHL goal. This is only his 25th game with the Sens. And both teams will make changes. 14:23 to go in the second period. Again, 1-0 Colorado. Tonight's Avalanche game brought to you by your local Colorado Buick GMC dealers. Face off to the right of Annunen, won by the Sens. Weapon off the end wall, thrown in front, deflected, and Annunen anticipates that enough to cover up. That could have been the worst game of Plinko you've ever seen, but it stays out. Ottawa winning 54% of the faceoff so far in this hockey game tonight. So here comes McKinnon, Colton, Rantanen, Makar, and Taves for Jared Bednar as Travis Green leaves out his third line, Gregor, Grieg, and Cousins. Faceoff is won by the Avalanche this time. They'll force it to center behind Shabbat. Struggled with injuries over the years. He'll angle it off the far side boards in front of the Ottawa bench. And that goes into the stands, and someone else will go home tonight with a souvenir frozen, vulcanized rubber disc. Shabbat, 18th overall pick in 2015, sitting on 199 career assists. At BGK, this is his first game that he played this season under 20 minutes. He tries to slap this in. It's off the back of Josh Norris. Makes it to its final destination anyhow, kind of like your bags when they get lost. Patterson comes out of the corner with it. Far side half wall, moves his way high in the zone. Right-handed shot, flips it behind the net, knocked down by Giroux. Giroux now trying to work away from danger does. There's Shabbat, cuts to the middle, and he's upended. McKinnon trying to one-hand it out of the zone. Shabbat never got a shot away. McKinnon up the wall, denied by Ottawa. Batherson leaves at the point, blocked by Jensen, but it goes right to the Senators again. They keep it in. McKinnon tries to anticipate. Knocks it away from Batherson. One hand to the corner. This has been a long shift for the top line. Batherson out in front. Nobody home. Collected by McKinnon. And he'll head up ice. Ross Colton can't get there. McKinnon goes off for a change in frustration. Ottawa brings it the other way. Shot from Noah Gregor. That misses wide. Got that on the rebound. Rims it all the way to the near side boards. And that's where Amadio is. Sanderson walking the blue line. Trying to escape Mikko Rantanen. Sanderson flips it. Shot from Hamonic, who's recovered, is blocked behind the Avalanche net. 12:50. They go in our second period. 1-0 Colorado. Stick handling along the blue line. Shot is blocked. Makar tried to exit the zone. I think it either hit a stick or a Senator. Centering feed up the gut. Collected by Kovalenko. He's one-on-one the other way. Kovalenko cuts to the middle. His shot is blocked by Hamonic to the far side boards. Bit of a Keystone Cop situation there. Avalanche will keep it alive. Speaking of which, Logan O'Connor slips in a banana peel. Ottawa can't clear the zone. Now they can, and it's guided back to Josh Manson by Casey Middlestat in the Avalanche zone. 12-12 to go in the second period. Manson along his own blue line for Sam Girard. Now O'Connor down the wall, one-handed by Middlestat, blocked the other way. Now O'Connor puts his head down. Can he get it into the zone? No. Forced away from him, and Josh Manson will reset in between the circles in his own zone. Girard outlets for Logan O'Connor. Far side wall. He suffers the hit. Gets the puck deep anyhow, and the Avalanche will change. Stutzler. Whoop. Live microphones. Yes. Chris Wagner was in there. Drop pass away from everybody. Steinberg gets it across center ice. And now he continues his run. Pinching was Ivan. Stealing that was Brady Tkachuk. And now Matthew Steinberg throws a hit. Ottawa will flip it into Avalanche territory. Belinsky sends it back to center. Steinberg at the blue line. Underneath for Ivan. Consecutive games with Avalanche players with their first NHL goals. Ivan in Utah. Kovalenko tonight. One-timer from DeHaan misses. McEwen picks it up for Ottawa. 9-minute mark of the second period. 1-0 Colorado. McEwen skates through center ice around Kiviranta. Didn't get to the red line. And it is icing on the Senators unnecessarily with 10:54 to go in the second period. Avalanche 1, Ottawa nothing. What your Mountain Time Lager and the Avalanche have in common? They're both cool, crisp, and from Colorado. If you love hockey, then you're going to love Mountain Time. Go grab a case. Game time means Mountain Time. Rantanen will glide in for the faceoff against Nick Cousins. Cousins has not taken a draw yet tonight. Rantanen, well, I thought he won this one. Puck maybe dropped too early. Rantanen only 1 of 4 from the dot. 47% from the faceoff circle so far this year for Mikko Rantanen. With that assist, by the way, McKinnon just 1 point behind Kale Makar for the team lead of 15. Rantanen wins this one. Makar lets it go. Tipped just wide. And now Forsberg is back in the net. So that left skate apparently has been repaired, question mark, at least for another 38 seconds until they do it again. Kale Makar, nice defending. Cross Colton, Nathan McKinnon in stride. McKinnon 1-on-2, trying to get around Sanderson, holds up far side boards. The trailer is Makar. Makar cuts to the middle, even further backwards now for Devon Taves. Taves lets it go, blocked in front. As Ross Colton was available for the deflection. McKinnon a hit, puck pops free. Shabbat will cruise with it, and off the boards. Rantanen will leave it for Taves, got behind him. Giroux beats Taves to the puck, out in front, shot off a body and wide. Onanen may also have got a piece of it. Sens will rim it around near side point. Sanderson, one-timer from Norris not available. This is clapped low in the Avalanche zone, and Taves will pick it up. Makar. Further along for Rantanen, chops it up the wall, blocked by Sanderson. He can't do anything with it. Parker Kelly on the money for Colton across center ice. Smart play to backhand it deep. 4-line change with 9:42 to go in the second period. Shots are 15-10. Turnover here. What a shot save made by Forsberg on a horrible giveaway by Ottawa in their own zone. We'll take a timeout. 9:37 to go in the second. It remains Avalanche 1, Senators nothing. We thank you for listening tonight to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Get the official NHL app to watch, read, and listen to all the deeks.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the sauce. All the saves. All the hits. All the snipes. All the sellies.
Unbelievable!
All the hockey. If it's hockey, it's here. Listen to every NHL game for free, now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Download the official NHL app now.
With a husband working as an electrician with the IBEW and 3 kids at home, Jessie Bishop knew that an apprenticeship might be the solid career she was looking for. She likes the people, job site safety, togetherness, and job security. And she said there's never a boring day on the job.
I'm Jessie Bishop. I am the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW. Come join us.
Our local IBEW is 68. Go online at IBEW68.com.
This past year, we've gone from the perfect conditions for spending money to the best conditions for saving it. And at Premier Members Credit Union, we can help you cultivate a green thumb for growing your own money into more money. With great rates of return for money market savings accounts and CDs, you can harvest the savings you always wished you had. Learn how to grow your own money with 5% APY on your first $2,000. Premier Members Credit Union. Join us at becomepremier.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
To go in the second period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Senators with engineer extraordinaire Alan Bucket. Jordan Berg and Mark Bertinoli back in our NHL Tonight studios. Cole Smith is here as well. I'm Connor McGahey. We're having a good time. Hopefully you are too. You know, you have many ways to ingest Avalanche hockey these days. But wherever you are, however you're listening, we're glad you're doing so here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Avs have been tenacious on the forecheck with sticks. And they win this puck battle again. Sam Girard turns it behind the net. Jensen steals it away. Tries to clear. Amadio pummeled by Sam Girard as he pokes it to the corner. Logan O'Connor can't do anything with it. Jensen leaves it behind the Senators' net for Shabbat. He wants to look up ice. Home run pass denied by Manson. On the money for Kovalenko. He'll golf it deep. Forsberg back in net. We have to double check 3 and 4 times whether it's Hallmark or Forsberg. There have been 3 goalie changes because of an equipment issue for Forsberg by Ottawa here in the second period. Rantanen on the outlet pass from Nathan McKinnon. Now McKinnon's got it back on the backhand. Can't get turned around. Now McKinnon collapsed upon by 3 different Senators. Centers it for Sam Malinsky, but Brady Tkachuk gets there first. 4-on-2 for Ottawa the other way. Greg centers it off a teammate. Trying to get a shot away. Nothing doing. Stützle in the corner up top. Hamonic holding. Shooting. Deflected wide. Stützle again. Hounded by DeHaan. Plays it up top. Off the hip bone of Mikko Rantanen. Out to center ice. Sent back in by Ottawa. Both teams will change. Another home run pass. This time for Wagner. Wants to center and plays it off the boards. Late arriving to assist is Ivan on his forehand to the point. Nobody was there. Colorado was in the process of making a line change, and Josh Manson had to come all the way over to try and get it. And out of habit, Ivan played it back to the point. Nobody was there. Puck, meanwhile, back in the Avalanche end. Shot is deflected clear. Axed by Steinberg to the neutral zone. Nice play by the rookie. Giroux off the far side boards, tipped in by Norris. He's rubbed aside by Calvin DeHaan. That allows Josh Manson to arrive and take control of the puck with 7:27. An aircraft, yes, with the amount of time left in our second period. Shots are 16-10 Colorado. They lead 1-0 on the first career NHL goal by Nikolai Kovalenko back in the first period. Nikolai, son of Andre. Where you go full Norse mythology there as the Avalanche are offside. Nikolai, son of Andre. We'll take a timeout. 7:02 to go in the second. Avalanche 1, Senators 0. You're listening to Colorado Avalanche hockey on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The Buffs took care of business with Cincinnati.
We are thankful and appreciative that the hard work is going noticed, and we're making strides to be where we want to be and to do some of the things that we want to do.
The Broncos crushed the Panthers. Tomorrow, we're talking Buffs, Broncos, and all the weekend action from the Avs and Nuggets.
Anytime you have a lead in the fourth quarter, you like to be able to hold on to that lead, and I felt we shot ourselves in the foot down the stretch.
Get it all. Altitude Sports Radio, 92.5.
He scores! Oh, hail, Kale!
Add
faithful. Do you want to take the first step in becoming a Colorado Avalanche season ticket member? Memberships are sold out at this time, so the best chance to get one is by placing your deposit and joining the A-List membership waitlist. The A-List membership provides exclusive member benefits and first access to memberships as they become available. Head to coloradoavalanche.com/waitlist to learn more.
Hey, it's Francisco with another football truth from Ryan House. Dan Birdwell once said, you have to play this game like someone hit your mother with the 2x4. Ponder that as you enjoy football at Ryan House, a game-time powerhouse. We have room for watch parties or come as you are. It's the best of pro and college football, complete with beer and authentic German food. You can wear your jersey over your lederhosen. Ryan House, a game-time powerhouse. Next to Ball Arena on 14th and Market.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
For the second period here at Ball Arena, Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Ottawa Senators, trying to win 6 straight games over the Sens here in this building. McKinnon on the face-off in the neutral zone just outside the Ottawa line. Wins it clean as you can. Back to Kale Makar. Hayes will send it in. Near side corner, O'Connor. Interesting, McKinnon double shifting here with O'Connor and Kovalenko. Sens, meanwhile, 2-on-1 the other way. That's broken up, and now O'Connor skated through center ice. Stützle recovers, sent back in front. Brady Tkachuk continues his move towards the net. Muscled aside by Kale Makar as can't clear the zone. Chopped at by Taves. Finally, he connects with Logan O'Connor. Gets into neutral ice. McKinnon was tripped up behind the play. There's no call. That was tripping. That was tripping. Dumped in by Ottawa. DeHaan will kick it to his stick. Backhands it behind his own net. Went off the back of the cage. Malinsky has to hustle. He gets there first. Back for DeHaan. Returns it for Malinsky. Off the near side wall. Rocketed the other way by Jacob Bernard Docker. As Ottawa is offside. 6:08 to go in the second period. Colorado 1. And the Senators, nothing. Colton is out there now with Rantanen and Middlestad. Trying to see if we're missing anybody on the Avalanche bench. No, everyone out there and accounted for. Maybe Bednar just trying to switch things up a little bit right now. Dumped in by Ottawa. Middlestad, far side boards, off a leg. Malinsky collects it. Almost ran in and actually did run into Middlestad. Played through his legs. Now Ross Colton picks it up in space. Darts to the near side circle. Button hooks up the wall. Nothing available, so he'll cruise back to the corner. Off the boards for Middlestad. Middlestad in front! Save made by Forsberg on Mikko Rantanen, who is standing right in front. I think Forsberg got a piece of it. Now that his gear is all set, Buck knows how to play with taking time out. 5:36 to go in the second. It remains Avalanche 1 and the Senators nothing. We thank you for listening to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
I got a nightmare phone call that no parent wants to receive.
Someone hit me going 60 miles an hour.
Dr. Ramos came highly recommended. When I showed him the x-rays, he immediately knew exactly what was wrong.
We've had a tremendous experience with Ramos Law. Really, I could not be happier.
Having the car accident was an accident. Finding Ramos Law was no accident.
Injured in a car accident? Ramos Law can help. RamosLaw.com.
Sport Trade is introducing a totally new way to get into basketball. On Sport Trade, you can view the odds as probabilities, allowing you to bet Denver to win pregame at 47% odds, then sell your bet at 60% when they take the lead in the first quarter. For first-time bettors out there, this is your calling. No more having to understand confusing odds like plus 115 and minus 160. Just buy low and sell high. Download Sport Trade today. Use code Nate. Earn 10% cash back on every bet. Sport Trade is regulated by the Colorado Division of Gaming. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, sports fan, the Lombardi's here.
Want to know what the Lombardi family has in common with fine restaurants?
We insist on Redbird Farms chicken. You can taste the difference. It's so tender you can cut it with a fork. Don't even need a knife.
Redbird Farms is what real chicken tastes like.
It's juicy, tender, and delicious. It's available at King Soopers, City Market, and Safeway.
Redbird Farms chicken is the only chicken for the Lombardi family, and it's the only chicken
for your family. Oh, that was cute.
Redbird Redbird Farms.
This is Alexander Georgiev.
This is Kale Makar.
This is Parker Kelly.
Colorado Avalanche Hockey.
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.36 to go in the second period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 1-0 lead in an offensive zone faceoff, but they lose to Ottawa. Sanderson, near side forwards. Avs have prevented that zone entry many a time tonight. Puck is loose down the near side wall inside Colorado territory. Sanderson will flip it deep. Amadio will track it down. Turn it over. Kiviranta will chuck to center ice. Gets it across the red line. Miles Wood stretches to stay on side. Catapulted the other way by the Sens. Manson off the wall. Kiviranta sends it to the corner. Parker Kelly trying to arrive first. Lost an edge. Able to reconnect with Kiviranta. Again, the Avalanche changing defensemen at inopportune times. Kiviranta would have had a nice pass back to the point. They keep it alive and allow Devon Toews to get to Kale Makar. Makar's shot blocked in front. Rebound was right there for Parker Kelly. 3 chances that Parker Kelly has had tonight to score against his former team, and Forsberg has stoned him all 3 times. Makar's shot was blocked, and it was a nice surprise for Kelly, who was right in between the circles. No real screen on Forsberg, who at the very last second looked right up the slot, and that went right into the breadbasket. Not a tough save at the end of the day for Anton Forsberg. 4:46 to go in the second. 1-0 Avalanche. Shots now 9-5 Colorado here in the second. 17-11 overall. Face-off won by the Sens. Jensen below the goal line in his own zone. Far side boards. And he'll sky at the center. Glove down by Devon Toews. Nice play as McKinnon picks it up. Down the wall for Logan O'Connor. He'll backhand it deep. Kovalenko head down. He'll throw a hit on Shabbat. Takes the puck away from him. Ottawa recovers. Stützle skates out of his own end across the red line. Stützle now into Colorado ice. Shabbat, room to shoot. Steps around O'Connor. Backhander save made by Oninen, and it got a piece of the post. Meanwhile, McKinnon the other way. McKinnon 2-on-1, holding, shooting, and again that's deflected this time by Nick Jensen. Kale Makar keeps it deep in the zone. Avs will change as Shabbat sends it ahead. Now Brady Tkachuk. Avs have to get back in time. Tkachuk got around 1 and 2. Oninen the save! How did he do it? Eustace is served. 100% juice. Not from concentrate. Eustace Oninen from right to left. And that's the save of the season so far for the Colorado Avalanche. It was a tap-in from Stützle, and Eustace Oninen gets his left pad over and makes the stop, hangs onto the rebound, so it remains 1-0 Colorado with 3:55 to go in the second period. Draw won by Ottawa. Shot from the point. Stick save made by Oninen. Near side board. Rantanen trying to get it out. Does. Middlestat now for Malinsky. Ross Colton will guide it in far side flank in front of his own bench. Sanderson on a tee. Middlestat trying to track him down. Now Sanderson weaving through center ice. Hands it off. Shot is high wide. Glove side of Oninen. Couldn't think of anything else that rhymed there, so we gave up. Never give up on your dreams, children. DeHaan behind his own net. John 3:16 to go in the second period. 1-0 Colorado. Malinsky tipped in by Middlestat. Chris Wagner on the forecheck. Applying pressure to Jacob Bernard Docker. Tyler Clevin through the legs of a pinching Ivan. Picked up by Cole Reinhardt. And he can't get it in front of the net for Ottawa. Avs turn it the other way. Wagner towards center ice behind Ivan. He recovers. Ivan in the slot. All alone. Save made by Forsberg again. Anton Forsberg has made about 4 5-alarm saves for Ottawa here in the second period. Colorado has been very, very good. But they turn it over here. Cousins on his forehand. To the point, Jensen. Ottawa changing. Jensen steps aside. Wagner towards the net, blocked in front. Rebound is there behind everybody except for Josh Manson, who one-hands it up the boards, trying to clear the zone. Did it make it out? Yes, it finally did. Wagner to the red line. Steinberg is trying to work to get it deep. Nice play by Steinberg to at least hold it up in front of his own bench. From his backside, he pool cues it deep, and the Avalanche can get fresh troops. Shabbat, meanwhile, leaves it for Cousins. Down the near side boards, he wrists it around. Far side wall, Kiviranta gains body position, kicks it into the path of Parker Kelly. Kelly down the flank. He's nudged aside. Kiviranta behind the Senators' net. Now for Miles Wood. Wood on the forehand. The DeHaan at the deep slot. It got off the heel of his stick and back towards center ice. Avs regroup. Knocked down by Shabbat. Slowed up by Forsberg behind the Ottawa net with 1:36 to go in the second period. 1-0 Colorado. Turnover Ottawa. Malinsky down the left flank. Far side circle. Malinsky holds. His shot is a high riser. Misses glove side on Forsberg. Brady Tkachuk through center ice. He took out the legs of linesman Travis Toomey. Able to get the puck deep. McKinnon off the boards for Kovalenko. Couldn't reconnect the pass. McKinnon will stretch it center to pick it up. Scoops a backhand over the head of Forsberg. Over his helmet. You and over my helmet? Tkachuk mishandles. McKinnon takes it away. And Devon Taves with it now for the Avs. Left side circle. Taves ahead for Logan O'Connor. Didn't get a touch to it. This should be icing. O'Connor has to at least get a piece of tape on it there. 55.5 seconds to go in the second period. Avalanche leading 1-0 over the Senators. A Kovalenko goal is what has the Avalanche up 1-0. Face off won by Ottawa. Shot misses wide. Taves behind the net. Handcuffed for a moment. Kale Makar got a stick in there. Stützle turns and fires. That went over the right shoulder of Onanen. Thought it went out of play. Guess not. Kovalenko backwards. Turned it over. Josh Norris. The trailer. Save made by Onanen. Kovalenko did that the other night, and it led to a goal for the opposition, and it almost happened again. 36 seconds to go in the second. Justus Onanen makes the save, and the Avalanche can make the change. This is a favorite of Alan Baca, dude. What is this? I'll find out later. But I'm speechless. I'm without speech. That was great stuff from one of the best in the business, Alan Baca. Middlestat with the puck. Lines it up high from Manson. Cuts to the slot. Backhander in on Forsberg. They score! We'll see if it was tipped in front, but the backhander comes from Josh Manson. If that's the case, that's his first goal of the season, and it's the 5th goal that the Avalanche have scored in the last minute of a period. If it stands as Manson's goal, it will be Middlestat's second assist of the game and a second consecutive multi-point night. I don't think it hit anybody on the way through. It just went through Forsberg and in, and that had nothing to do with the skate. Manson's first of the season. It's 2-0 Colorado. Face off at center ice. One back for Santorard. Lepoman. His move to get out of trouble. Mikko Rantanen will guide it deep. Behind the net is Jensen. Here's Alan Roach.
Avalanche goal! Scored by number 42, Josh Manson. His first goal of the season, assisted by number 37, Casey Middlestat. Time of the goal.
That is a great period from the Colorado Avalanche. It is period 2, and it is through. The Avalanche lead by 2. Middlestat, his second assist of the game, his 6th assist of the season. That puts him to 11 points on the year. Josh Manson tallies at 1942 of the second. Kovalenko scored at 1952 of the first. And the Avalanche used 2 late goals at the end of 2 periods to take a 2-0 lead into the locker room. When we come back, Mark Bertinoli and Jordan Berg will take over in the NHL Tonight studios with the Intermission Report, scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. Alan Baca and I will have the third period for you in just about 17 and a half minutes time. But after 40 minutes of play at Ball Arena in downtown Denver, Colorado, it's the Avalanche 2 and the Senators nothing. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Logan O'Connor off the mistake. O'Connor! One time. Kiviranta, a shot. Tipped on. Rebound! That's a goal.
Your Avalanche Intermission Report is next.
Mercy! Mercy me!
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Is your job work or rewarding? The Colorado State Patrol is hiring problem solvers and natural leaders who like helping others in their community. Apply now for a career that matters. And by this time next year, you could be a Colorado State Trooper with a mobile office, making a difference. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more. Or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment.
At Berg Simpson, we are passionate about what we do. We bring that passion and our expertise to the office and courtroom every single day. We're always working hard and are committed to doing everything we can to give our clients the best opportunity to have a great result.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives. It's not just a slogan, it's who we are.
Hey, Colorado, if you're looking for your next vehicle, consider a new GMC Denali truck or SUV from Johnson Auto Plaza. GMC Denali is the epitome of luxury and power. The Johnsons not only have a great selection of new GMCs, but also beautiful new Chevys and Buicks as well. Shopping gets no more convenient than that. Visit Johnson Auto Plaza today, just north of E470 on Highway 85. Johnson Chevy Buick GMC.com.
Hey, it's EMAC for Old Chicago. They've beat the buy one, get one with a 3-fer, and this deal may be the best you've ever had. 3 of your faves are only $10.99 anytime. Choose from cheesy, scratch-made pizza and calzones, a signature burger, or spaghetti with sausage, then add salad and a decadent dessert. For a 3-fer like no other, a 3-course meal for just $10.99. Get exactly what you want. Have a 3-fer at Old Chicago. Find Old Chicago at oldchicago.com.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche Intermission Report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche Intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Avalanche hockey is brought to you by Ball Corporation. All in for the Avs. Aluminum all in. Welcome to your second Intermission Report, along with Jordan Berg. I'm Mark Bertinoli, coming to you live from the studios here in the Mile High City. And after 2 periods of hockey, the Colorado Avalanche have a 2-0 lead over the Ottawa Senators. We will get to all the other things going on in the world of sports today here in your Intermission Report. We've got 3 other games in the NHL. A lot of goals scored tonight on the ice. We've got a full slate of NFL games, including the Sunday Night Football game that is getting close to the end, or at least the beginning of the fourth quarter. A bunch of games in the NBA as well. But first, let's listen to the highlights from tonight's contest. The Avs took the lead in this game in the first period, but it was late in the first period. Just 8 seconds left, and we got this.
Saucer feed for Manson, down low for Middlestat, back for McKinnon, around the far circle. McKinnon leads it for Middlestat at the hash marks. Middlestat with it, stick handling for Kovalenko. He scores! Nikolai! Nathan McKinnon pulls the puck out of the net and gives it to the second member of the Kovalenko family to score a goal for the Colorado Avalanche. First, Andre. Now, it's Nikolai. This one's going to count. It's 1-0 Avalanche. Middlestat will pick up another assist. A nifty little dish in front for Kovalenko. Parked atop the crease. He puts it high on Forsberg. And the Avalanche late in the first period on the delayed penalty get the game's first goal. Here's Alan Roach.
Kovalenko from Middlestat McKinnon at 1952. And the Avalanche had a 1-0 lead after one period of hockey. So to the second period we go. And although we had some fun action in the second, no scoring until late. The Ottawa Senators had 8 shots on goal in the second, but the juice was loose, and he was doing stuff like this.
Kale Makar keeps it deep in the zone. Avs will change as Shabbat sends it ahead. Now Brady Tkachuk. Avs have to get back in time. Tkachuk got around 1 and 2. Ottanen the save! How did he do it? Eustace is served. 100% juice. Not from concentrate. Eustace Ottanen from right to left. And that's the save of the season so far for the Colorado Avalanche. It was a tap-in from Stützle, and Eustace Ottanen gets his left pad over and makes the stop, hangs onto the rebound, so it remains 1-0 Colorado with 3:55 to go in the second period.
That was nasty. Eustace has stopped all 14 shots he has faced in this game so far, and then just like they did at the end of the first period, the Avs would score a late goal at the end of the second.
Middlestat with the puck, lines it up high from Manson, cuts to the slot, backhander in on Forsberg. They score! We'll see if it was tipped in front, but the backhander comes from Josh Manson. If that's the case, that's his first goal of the season, and it's the 5th goal that the Avalanche have scored in the last minute of a period. If it stands as Manson's goal, it will be Middlestat's second assist of the game and a second consecutive multi-point night. I don't think it hit anybody on the way through. It just went through Forsberg and in, and that had nothing to do with the skate. Manson's first of the season. It's 2-0 Colorado.
Manson from Middlestat at 1942, and the Avalanche with a 2-0 lead over the Senators after 2 periods of hockey. Avs currently outshooting the Sens 19-14. Face-off win percentage 54.1 for Ottawa, 45.9. For the Avs, and neither team scored on the power play. Avs 0 for 1, Sens 0 for 1. Colorado leads by 2. We'll continue with your second intermission report after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The Buffs took care of business with Cincinnati.
We are thankful and appreciative that the hard work is going noticed, and we're making strides to be where we want to be and to do some of the things that we want to do.
The Broncos crushed the Panthers. Tomorrow, we're talking Buffs, Broncos, and all the weekend action from the Avs and Nuggets.
Anytime you have a lead in the fourth quarter, you like to be able to hold on to that lead, and I felt we shot ourselves in the foot down the stretch.
Get it all. Altitude Sports Radio, 92.5.
Hey, Avalanche fans, aluminum is the most recycled packaging material on Earth, which means every time you recycle a Ball aluminum can, it gets to come back for every nail biter, every triumph for the ages, and all the great moments to come. Ball is the official sustainability partner of the Colorado Avalanche. So join the recycling revolution. The future is in your hands. Recycle it.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand,
can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
You know the deal. Winter is coming, so make sure your family will be warm and cozy this year. Moshier, my partners at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air know that budgets get tight, but they can save you money. The initial investment to upgrade your heating system will pay back even more with savings on monthly energy expenses, and your home would be way more comfortable. Take advantage of their flexible financing offers. Schedule a complimentary in-home estimate today at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
Avalanche Intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Avalanche Hockey is brought to you by Ball Corporation, all in for the Avs, aluminum, all in. Welcome back to your second intermission report, where the Avs have a 2-0 lead over the Senators. Before we check out scores around the world of sports, let's pause for station identification, brought to you by Berg Simpson on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The biggest games in the world.
Ovechkin fires! He scores! Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. All right, scores in the NHL from today look like this. We had 3 of the games. They are all final. The Edmonton Oilers taking on the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit had the lead after the first period and the lead after the second period, but Edmonton would tie it in the third, force overtime, and Leon Draisaitl scores his second of the game in overtime to win it. Just 18 seconds into overtime, 3-2. Edmonton gets the win. Draisaitl finishes with 3 points on the night. The Red Wings and the Oilers are both now 4-4-1 on the season. New Jersey Devils hosting the Anaheim Ducks there in the Garden State, and the Devils scored a bushel of goals this evening.
Here's Hamilton with it for Brett. Challenged by Fabry. Moves on Fabry. Still with it. Down low, Nason scores! He took the pass, used his body as a shield, lifted it home, and that's a huge goal. It's 3-1.
Our thanks to the Devils Radio Network. New Jersey would score 5 unanswered in that game, go on to beat Anaheim 6-2. The Ducks are 1-3-1 on the road so far this season. The Montreal Canadiens got a win in Philadelphia. Matter of fact, the Canadiens were looking real good. Philly, though, put together a late rally in the third period, but it falls short, and Montreal picks up the 4-3 win. Suzuki with a goal and assist in that one for Montreal. Over in the NFL, Sunday Night Football is the Cowboys and the 49ers in San Francisco, and the Niners have kind of taken off here in the second half. San Francisco scores 21 points in the third quarter, and they lead Dallas 27-10. Brock Purdy has 254 yards and 1 touchdown pass. Dak Prescott has 116 yards and 2 interceptions in the game. The Denver Broncos won again today. The Broncos with a 28-14 win over the Carolina Panthers as the Broncos improved to 5-3. Bo Nix, 284 yards and 3 touchdown passes. He also ran for a touchdown. Cortland Sutton with 100 yards receiving. The Eagles, 5-2. They rolled into Cincinnati and beat the Bengals 37-17. The Cleveland Browns took down the Baltimore Ravens 29-24. Jameis Winston, 3 touchdown passes. Lions hammer the Titans 52-14. Detroit 6-1. The Cardinals defeated the Dolphins of Miami 28-27. The Patriots got a win over the Jets 25-22. Both those teams are now 2-6 on the season. The Falcons over the Buccaneers 31-26. Packers and Jaguars played a fun one, a back-and-forth affair in the fourth quarter that saw Green Bay getting the 30-27 win.
The Texans beat the Colts 23-20. Chargers over the Saints 26-8. The Bills beat the Seahawks 31-10. Josh Allen threw 2 touchdown passes. Chiefs over the Raiders 27-20. Kansas City is 7-0. And the Commanders and Bears played a fun one that ended with a Jaden Daniels Hail Mary. And the Commanders get the 18-15 win in that contest. Over in the NBA, there's one game going on right now. The Clippers and the Warriors are in the fourth quarter, and it's late in the fourth. The Clippers have the 111-104 lead over Golden State. In our game, the Avs lead the Sens 2-0 after 2. Connor McGahey with the third period coming at you next, right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
Hey, Avalanche fans, aluminum is the most recycled packaging material on Earth, which means every time you recycle a Ball aluminum can, it gets to come back for every nail biter, every triumph for the ages, and all the great moments to come. Ball is the official sustainability partner of the Colorado Avalanche. So join the recycling revolution. The future is in your hands. Recycle it.
Game Day Men's Health creates personalized game plans to optimize your health. Whether you're chasing peak performance, reigniting intimacy, or simply want to feel your best. With 6 clinics in Denver and Boulder, we offer testosterone replacement therapy, erectile dysfunction treatment, weight loss support, all in spaces designed for men. Our focus is on delivering results with a fast, relaxing experience. Text Altitude Sports to 406 Game Day to set up your free testosterone test and consultation. Again, text Altitude Sports to 406-426-3329. Find your maximum self with Game Day Men's Health.
Hi, Terry Lombardi, along with Vic.
Basketball is back in Denver. Redbird Farms Chicken is the star player when it comes to game day meals. And it's so tender, you can cut it with a fork. You don't even need a knife.
Did you know Redbird is offered by fine restaurants?
We insist on Redbird Farms Chicken. You can taste the difference. Available at King Super, City Market, and Safeway.
It's all about the taste with Redbird Farms Chicken.
That is the queen of chicken, Terry Lombardi.
Redbird Farms.
X-Goal changes everything here.
Don't turn down a shot, eh? He gets scored on in bunches.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Who's going to answer the bell?
It's time for the third period.
We are going on the hunt. You don't sit back on these guys, and you just keep playing till the buzzer sounds, all right?
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the third period, Ball Arena downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 2-0 lead over the Senators. They score with 8 seconds to go in the first period, 18 seconds to go in the second. Kovalenko and Manson, respectively. The third period of Avs hockey brought to you by the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey, Tullamore Dew. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Manson's first goal of the season. He's on the ice to start period 3. That's actually his first career goal versus Ottawa. This is his 16th game in his career versus the Sens. Had 3 assists entering the game tonight. No goals. So his first career goal versus Ottawa for number 42. Avalanche are offside. McKinnon, currently a second-line center between Kovalenko and Logan O'Connor. Manson and Girard behind. Forecheck here. Kovalenko and O'Connor steal it away. Senators get a touch of the puck. Sam Girard has it stolen by Batherson. He's dispossessed by Josh Manson. Brought to center, brought back in by Sanderson. He'll send it behind the Avalanche net. Sam Girard quickly up and out. Logan O'Connor in the path beneath to McKinnon. Blazing speed. McKinnon cuts to the bar circle. Leaves it for O'Connor. Right pad save. made by Forsberg, and it's sent the other way by the Sens. Sam Malinsky is back to try and defend Ridley Greig. Up the boards, Rantanen. Now for Middlestat, 2-on-2 with Colton. Colton has it far boards. Colton centers it for Rantanen, over for Malinsky, and it's too deep for him as a right-handed shot to get a one-timer. Avs have opened that up twice here in the early going. Middlestat leaves it for Malinsky at the deep slot. Taves, they'll force it around. And now it's Rantanen dueling in the corner. Puck bounces through the legs of Colton, kept in on the blue line by Devon Taves. Now for Malinsky. Centers it. Colton, a shot. Save made by Forsberg again. Malinsky now for Casey Middlestat. He fakes out his man. Middlestat holding, shooting. He missed high. Glove side on Forsberg again. Kept in by Malinsky near side point. Colton loses an edge. Back to his feet. Puck stays in the zone. Malinsky tipped on. Save made as Taves got his second deflection. Almost into an open net of the hockey game. Forsberg able to make the save. Another long zone time here for Ottawa. Shot is blocked by Greig, and somehow a stick is able to get it back towards center ice. Rantanen has the tag up, brought back in by Middlestat. Now Rantanen, he shoots, fought off by Forsberg. Ottawa changing, Shabbat. Now Noah Gregor, shot on, save made by Ottanen, no problem from Adam Gaudette. And the chant is juice for Justus Ottanen. 17:46 to go in the third period. Shots 23-14 in favor of the Avalanche. They lead 2-0 here in the third period. Face off to the right of Justus Ottanen. It is Kale Makar and Calvin DeHaan. So Jared Bednar doing all sorts of combinations, both with the forwards and the defensemen, kind of in the second half of this hockey game. Avs have played very well. Very well. Definitely more than a 2-0 game. This clearance is denied by Amadio. He'll send it back to the point. Now Bernard Docker lets it rip. This is glove side on Ottanen. Stays in the zone as Clevin is crunched by UL Kiviranta. Puck loose in the corner. DeHaan arrives. He throws a nice hit on Gaudette. Parker Kelly into the near corner. Miles Wood assisting, trying to clear. Again, a block by Gaudette. He lets it go. Deflected over the head of Ottanen. Makar trying to dig it out. Taken away from him by Cole Reinhardt. Makar took it away from him, but kept in by Sanderson. Stick handling high in the zone. Ran into his own man. Hamonic a shot. No problem for Ottanen. Tracked it the whole way as Reinhardt is in front of the Avalanche net, trying to stir up some trouble, but Calvin DeHaan, Kale Makar don't want anything to do with that. Mentioned an assist by McKinnon back in the first period. He did have a goal called back of a coach's challenge. 9-game point streak now for McKinnon. 3 goals and 11 assists. That's now a 10-game assist point streak versus Ottawa. 6 goals, 18 assists, 24 points. Remember, he had a 4-goal game versus the Sens last December here. 32 points in just 20 meetings versus Ottawa for Nathan McKinnon. O'Connor, Kovalenko to his right. Kovalenko will get the pass. Kovalenko trying to return it to O'Connor. It's blocked, ends up on the tape for McKinnon. Lines it to the point. Over for Sam Girard. Manson. Slap pass for Nathan McKinnon. I don't know how he does it. Girard lets it go. Tipped just wide by Logan O'Connor, but not by much. Pinching is Chris Wagner just off the bench. Again, kicked loose by Ottawa. And Shabbat went to take the wrist shot. Completely fanned on it. Now he's pinched up against the glass by Wagner. Hands underneath. Trying to skate the puck out of the zone. Just have to get it across the blue. Sam Girard defending in the corner. Ivan up, bouncing puck. Kept it on the blue line. Ivan stays with it, kicks it to center ice, and he'll send it down the near boards and chase after it. 15:35 to go in the third. 2-0 Colorado over Ottawa. Wherever you are, however you're listening, and we have listeners all over the planet. We're glad you're doing so. Available the Altitude Sports Radio app, the Avalanche app, the NHL app, the Sirius XM App? Am I missing an app? Maybe an edible app. Free to listen. Hopefully you're having as much fun as we are. Devon Taves, he's pro fun. Off the near side boards for Ross Colton into the path of Middlestad. 3 points versus Utah. Now he leaves it aside for Mikko Rantanen. Shoulder save made by Anton Forsberg. Again, failed clearance by Ottawa. Sent to the far corner. Hamonic behind the net for Jake Sanderson. And it's going to be Utah. Ottawa, who will settle it down behind their own net with 14.5 to go in the third period. Colorado 2, Senators nothing. Off the far wall, kick loose by Kale Makar. Again out there with Calvin Ahan. Makar tracks back. Last pressure on Godet. He spins on the forehand. Now backhands it to the far corner. Dahan is there. Pinched against the glass by Noah Gregor. Sends it along the near side wall. Shot from distance. Bernard Docker lets it go. Never made it towards the net. After collapse down low. This is another try. Shot save made by Anand, and a rebound is not where he wanted it to go, but the Avalanche help him out. And again, they were right at the blue line, trying to clear. They go backwards now for Kale Makar. Now to Hahn. Old reliable across center ice for Miles Wood. 3-on-2 for the Avalanche. Miles Wood, power move towards the net, and he couldn't stop it in glove side of Anton Forsberg. Wood now held against the wall by Clevin. Avs keep it in the zone for a minute. It's broken loose by Reinhart down the near side boards. All kinds of bodies go down to the ice and into the wall. Sam Girard comes out of the pile with it. Into the path of Logan O'Connor. Nathan MacKinnon blazing ahead. Couldn't get the pass from O'Connor. McKinnon got slashed on the way through. McKinnon favoring that right hand a little bit. Jensen, no angle shot. That misses. Kept in for a moment by Ottawa. Jensen has it in the corner. Centers it. Blocked by Sam Girard. Knocks it down out of midair. What a piece of skill there from Sam Girard. It went up his glove. And then he knocked it straight down, but it never made it out of the zone. Avs get in the way of this passing lane. Shot misses by a mile. Batherson has it broken up. Logan O'Connor will clear the zone. The Avalanche need a change in a big way. Kovalenko denies this zone entry. Off a stick into the crowd. And someone else will go home tonight with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc. And we'll take a timeout. 12:49 to go in the third. Colorado leads Ottawa 2-0 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
The Buffs took care of business with Cincinnati.
We are thankful and appreciative that the hard work is going noticed, and we're making strides to be where we want to be and to do some of the things that we want to do.
The Broncos crushed the Panthers. Tomorrow, we're talking Buffs, Broncos, and all the weekend action from the Avs and Nuggets.
Anytime you have a lead in the fourth quarter, you like to be able to hold on to that lead. And I felt we shot ourselves in the foot down the stretch.
Get it all. Altitude Sports Radio, 92.5.
Is your job work or rewarding? The Colorado State Patrol is hiring problem solvers and natural leaders who like helping others in their community. Apply now for a career that matters. And by this time next year, you could be a Colorado State Trooper with a mobile office, making a difference. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more. Or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Colorado. Terms and conditions apply.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
12:49 to go in the third period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. Avalanche have a 2-0 lead over Ottawa. Fans on their feet saluting the hero of the game a moment ago, Staff Sergeant Johnny Benton. 11 years of service in the United States Army. We thank him for his service and sacrifice, and all of you who have served, are serving, or who will serve this great country of ours with the cause of freedom. Thank you for that, and thank you for listening to the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Devon Taves at his own blue line. Sends it ahead. Turned the other way by the Senators. Giroux now for Norris. And he doesn't have a whole lot of time to do anything with the puck. Malinsky, meanwhile, into the path of Ross Colton. Across the blue line, Colton leaves it for Mikko Rantanen. Dropped by Middlestat. Rantanen leaves in the corner for Colton. To the point, Taves settles it down. Sends it back down the wall, onto the backhand. Now Middlestat, the slot. Doesn't take the shot. Now he lets it go. And what feels like for the sixth time tonight, misses high, glove side on Anton Forsberg. Sends are changing. Middlestat underneath for Rantanen, back for Middlestat. At the deep slot, Sam Girard in for Taves, and his shot doesn't miss by much. Taves in between the circles. He's basically been a fourth forward tonight for the Avalanche. Stützle will keep this failed clearance in. Middlestat couldn't get it out. This is off a shaft and again into the stands. Somebody else will go home tonight with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc. And what's turned into a great tradition here at Ball Arena is every time, the second that they realize that the fan is okay after the puck goes into the stands, there's a giant cheer, more so than normal. And this one goes to a kid, which is always the best. Face off to the right of Justus Annunen. It was going to be Greg versus Wagner, but now it will be Noah Gregor to come in and try his luck. Wagner will win it and skate it to center ice ahead for Steinberg. Matthew Steinberg will force it deep in the Senator zone. Jensen up, but not out, kept in by Girard. Greg with it now, behind the net for Jensen. 11.5 to go in the third period. 2-0 is the lead for the Avalanche, but it's a 2-on-1 Ottawa. Amadio had it lost in his skates. Ivan back to take the puck away, and Sam Girard will force Noah Gregor high in the zone. Puck turned behind the net. Centering feed, one-timer. Save made by Annunen as he kicks out the left pad. What a save made by Justus. And now Ivan will skate to the Ottawa Senators blue line. Backhands it in. Two Colorado forwards are deep. Ottawa wants the odd man rush through center ice. Colorado tracks back. Stützle almost appeared to be offside. Not sure he had possession entering the zone. Gets it behind the net. Cousins up top. And that shot misses the net. It goes right to Brady Tkachuk, and he puts it into an open cage. And Ottawa gets one back with 10:45 to go in the third. Better to be lucky than good sometimes. That shot from Cousins missed by 2 country miles. And it goes right to Tkachuk, who is standing all alone in the Avalanche crease, or just to top it. And it was Tyler Kleven, by the way, not Cousins. And apparently the zone entry was onside. So Tkachuk, who had a 3-game goal streak snapped Friday in Vegas, is back in the goal column. Now his 6th goal in 10 games played versus the Colorado Avalanche. Puck is in the Ottawa zone. Kovalenko up high for DeHaan. Randall's in the far side corner. Field clearing attempt again from Ottawa, taken away by Kovalenko. Ill-advised pass. That needs to get deep. Batherson the other way. 3-on-2. Batherson the trailer. One-timer is off of the shoulder of Annunen and wide of the corner, picked up by Nathan McKinnon out there with Kiviranta. Don't see that happen very often. McKinnon in between the circles. Puck got away from him. And McKinnon's going to glide off for a change. Meanwhile, I thought this was going to be icing. They say that McKinnon had a chance to play the puck when he wasn't looking at it. Okay, then.
Come low, come low.
Taves behind his own net, links up with Sam Malinsky, quickly ahead for Parker Kelly. Off the boards, Kiviranta arriving. Puck loose at center. Kelly digs it loose. Down the boards. The right to Tyler Kleven. Reinhart flips it to McEwen. Avs rough them up. Parker Kelly exits with the help of Devon Taves. His own blue line, back for Kelly across the logo at center ice. Wood lets it go through the legs of Bernard Cocker after the far point. Now Sam Girard holding. And it's blocked by Stützle. He'll cruise behind his own net. Rantanen reaching, can't take the puck away. Stützle still with the puck. 1-on-2, 1-on-3 now. Stützle wants the wraparound. Hanging on to it. Sam Girard leaves him. Shot from Shabbat. Blocked in front. He has it back behind the Avalanche cage. A little bit of a pickup here from Ottawa, and they score. Unbelievable. And Nick Cousins has his first point of the season as he goes and taunts the fans in the section right below us. One of the most unsavory characters in the National Hockey League has tied the game at 2 with 8:37 to go in the third. Two Senators left unchecked in and around the Avalanche crease, lead to 2 goals. Avalanche lacking checks and balances defensively, where they were so good through really 40 minutes of play. Tie hockey game. Avalanche have completely dominated. Steinberg into the path of Ivan, across the blue line, leaves it for Chris Wagner. Late hit thrown there by Bernard Docker, pops loose, and Ottawa will get it down the near side boards. Steinberg for DeHaan. Puck is loose. Kale Makar has it. Makar now for DeHaan. He's got Wagner ahead. Wagner on a breakaway. Save made by Forsberg. Puck is loose, and Forsberg able to cover it up the third time around. We'll take a timeout. 7:49 to go in the third. It was 2-0 Avalanche. It's now tied at 2 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
I got a nightmare phone call that no parent wants to receive.
Someone hit me going 60 miles an hour.
Dr. Ramos came highly recommended. When I showed him the x-rays, he immediately knew exactly what was wrong.
We've had a tremendous experience with Ramos Law. Really, I could not be happier.
Having the car accident was an accident. Finding Ramos Law was no accident.
Injured in a car accident? Ramos Law can help. RamosLaw.com.
Vic Lombardi here with the queen of chicken. We're talking Redbird Farms chicken. It's so tender you can cut it with a fork. You don't even need a knife.
Did you know that Redbird chicken is offered by fine restaurants?
Very well aware of that.
And why haven't you taken me?
Because you cook it so well at home.
Oh, good one. So what you're saying is you're cheap.
Whatever. Redbird Farms. You can taste the difference. Available at King Soopers, City Market, and Safeway.
As long as you make it Redbird Farms.
Hey, Colorado, if you're looking for your next vehicle, consider a new GMC Denali truck or SUV from Johnson Auto Plaza. GMC Denali is the epitome of luxury and power. The Johnsons not only have a great selection of new GMCs, but also beautiful new Chevys and Buicks as well. Shopping gets no more convenient than that. Visit Johnson Auto Plaza today, just north of E470 on Highway 85. Johnson Chevy Buick GMC.com.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.49 to go in the third period. Ball Arena downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche and Senators are tied at 2 goals apiece. It was 2-0 Colorado. And then Brady Tkachuk got his 4th goal of the season at 9:15 of the third. Cousins, 2 minutes and 8 seconds later, tied it at 2 with his first point period of the season. Cousins didn't have anything in regards to a goal and assist, nothing in 7 games prior to that game-tying goal. So Taves, Makar, Rantanen, McKinnon, Colton back out there. Jared Bednar had mixed up the lines really to start the period, and now maybe the chemistry will be back. Colton tried to lay it up top for Devon Taves. That's blocked. And now Ottawa has it back. Patterson trying to get away from danger. Rantanen steals it from him. Rantanen across the blue line. One hands it. Deep in the zone for Ross Colton. He takes a hit. Rantanen glides it underneath for Nathan McKinnon. And now he's back to play some defense as Sanderson banks it up the far side board. Called through center ice. Mikko Rantanen trying to split the D. He's 1-on-2. Rantanen around one. Tries the short angle shot save made by Forsberg. And he squeezes the pads to hang on to it and get a whistle in his own zone with 7:09 to go in the third. Shots are now 26-22 Colorado, but we are tied at 2. So now it's Middlestat, O'Connor, Kovalenko, Sam Girard, Josh Manson. And Ottawa wins the draw. Jensen back for Shabbat. All the way around. Kachuk got through Manson. Slides it underneath. Blocked by Sam Girard. Manson sends it behind the net. The Avalanche are going to have to work out of this one. Kovalenko backhands it for Logan O'Connor. Plays it out the far side boards. The Avalanche have only gone to the Pins and Aces power play one time tonight, and that was back in the first period. Turnover here. Kovalenko's got the puck. Wants the wraparound. Not available. Plays out the far boards to Manson at the point. Sam Girard, he's got room. Shot is missed on purpose. Middlestat with it. Guys it in front. He scores! OC's play it, baby! His first point of the season is a go-ahead goal with 6:31 to go in the third. Middlestat has his second consecutive three-point game for the Colorado Avalanche. Out in front for Logan O'Connor, who was on the doorstep, off of Forsberg, off the post and in. Seconds after O'Connor had gone to pick up his helmet, which came off. Instead of going off for a change, he went to put his helmet back on and then went to the net front and put it home. 3-2 Avalanche, 6.5 to go. Here's Alan Roach.
Avalanche goal! Scoring his first goal of the season, number 25, Logan O'Connor. Assisted by number 37, Casey Middlestat, and number 49, Samuel Girard.
So Girard gets his first point since opening night, where he had 2 assists in Vegas. And as we mentioned, Middlestat, who had a goal and 2 assists versus Utah, has 3 helpers here tonight. Now the Avalanche just have to play defense. Shabbat has it taken away by Malinsky. Miles Wood for Calvin DeHaan. One-touch pass for Parker Kelly, and he'll glide it in on Forsberg. 5:42 to go in the third. Avalanche had a 2-0 lead. Then it was 2-2. Now it's 3-2 Colorado. Pass out to center ice for Norris. Into the path of Claude Giroux. Near side circle. Avs get sticks in lanes. Kale Makar picks it up. Ross Colton off to the races. But now it's Mikko Rantanen who has it. Colton may have been offside. Gets the one-touch pass from McKinnon. It's worked back. Makar holds down low. One-timer McKinnon saved made by Forsberg. McKinnon can't get to it. Ottawa can. Again, it's off a body. Stays in the zone. Ross Colton. 3-on-1 now, though. Colton tries to tuck it in. Save made by Forsberg. Rebound. He scores! That was awesome. If it counts, it's his 8th goal of the season. And we'll have to make sure that the Avalanche are onside on that zone entry. If it does, it's the perfect example of persistence pays off. He got his own rebound after he tried to stuff it in and threw it over Forsberg and in with no angle to work with. Travis Green looking at his monitor. I don't think there will be a challenge. It will count. And the Avalanche's goal leader continues to be Roscoe P. Goldtrade. Here's Alan Roach.
Ross Colton. His 8th goal of the season, an unassisted goal. at 15 minutes.
Ross Colton did that all himself. Now Kovalenko is knocked down by Kachuk away from the puck. Have some bad luck. And now it's Josh Manson. He's dragged down. Launched the other way by Ottawa off the skate of Sam Girard, and he recovers. Plays it for Kovalenko. Josh Manson helping out Kiviranta. For Kovalenko, he scored his first NHL goal back in the first. 4:15 and counting to go here in the third period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche looking to win their 6th straight game versus the Senators in this building. Malinsky up the middle for Parker Kelly. He tips it into the send zone. Ottawa sends it back out. Bernard Docker. Tyler Clevin. Rubbed down at center by Calvin DeHaan. Nice play by him. Off the heel of a stick of Miles Wood. Batherson can't reel it in. And it's going to be icing on Ottawa with 3:46 to go in the third period. It was tied at 2, and then the Avalanche scored 2 quick ones. Logan O'Connor, his first of the season at 13:29. And exactly a minute and a half later, Ross Colton gets his 8th goal of the year to make it 4-2. Face-off won by McKinnon. Senators get their first. Kale Makar will get one hand to it off the shin pad of Colton and back to center ice with Makar. Avoids tag team hit from Bernard Docker and Batherson. Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica. Short angle shot save made by Onanen on Norris. He gets it to the point in Shabbat. Sanderson lets it fly. He missed the net. Near side half wall. Shabbat with it. 3:13 to go in the period. Out in front, they score. Giroux. Through the legs of Onanen and in, and this thing isn't over yet. Claude Giroux gets his 4th goal of the season. And in game number 1,190, goal number 354. That is not going to be one that Onanen will want to watch back. He has been magnificent tonight. But that one goes through the 5-hole, underneath the right pad and in. 4-3 Avalanche with 3:12 to go in the third. Middlestat versus Stützle at center ice. Senators win the draw. Can't get it deep in the zone. Glove down by Miles Wood. Escorts it back for Josh Manson. Middlestat. He'll go off a Senators glove into the Ottawa zone. Brought the other way. Backhanded behind the net of Onanen. Miles Wood into the path of Middlestat. Does he have a 4-point night in it? Middlestat down in the corner. Holds up for Miles Wood. A one-timer save made by Forsberg. Wood has his rebound. Pass to the point, blocked by Brady Tkachuk. Tkachuk stays with it. Can't exit the zone. Taken away by Logan O'Connor. And Miles Wood will get it deep for the Avs so he can change. 2.5 to go in regulation. Shots are 31-24. Colorado Avalanche lead 4-3. Trying to win 5 in a row to get over 500. This is mishandled and sent through center ice. McKinnon trying to track back. He does. One-timer, save made Onanen. Net is empty for the Senators as Taves sends it off the boards and Sanderson collects. Very early for Travis Green to go with the empty net. 2 minutes left in the third. DeHaan with it. Up the boards, Colton plays it for McKinnon. That doesn't work out. Far side circle. Ottawa with it. Shot towards the net. Blocked. Taves. He scoops it high. Colton into his path. Can he get there? Nope. Shoulder to side. Sanderson brings it ahead across center ice. Left flank in front of the Avalanche bench. Giroux is there. Backhands it behind the net. Sanderson throws on the brakes. Back for Giroux. Kicks it to his stick. Now Norris, top of the near circle. Shabbat with it. Doesn't take the shot. Sanderson. For Giroux, far side. Towards the net. Save made. Rebound was there. Nathan McKinnon with an empty net. McKinnon gets around one. He's got an empty net. You betcha! Just another multi-point night for the Mac Attack, Jack. A goal and an assist. And now Nathan MacKinnon has scored more goals in this building than any other human on earth. Number 189 in Ball Arena. And it's 5-3 Colorado with a $1:15 to go in the third. MacKinnon had a goal called back in the first. That would have broken the tie with Milan Hajduk. But now MacKinnon stands all alone as the top goal scorer in the 25-year history of Ball Arena. And you can celebrate at home if you want. Tkachuk and Cousins got the first two goals to open the third period. But then Logan O'Connor got his first of the season, and we'll tell you more in a moment.
By number 29, Nathan MacKinnon. His fourth goal of the season, assisted by number 96, Mikko Rantanen. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 45 seconds.
So Rantanen to MacKinnon. The dynamic duo again. So O'Connor's first. Ross Colton, as it stands right now, has the game winner, his 8th goal of the year, unassisted, with 4:59 to go in the third. Giroux gets his 4th of the year, MacKinnon his 4th, and it's been a wild third period. It usually is a wild hockey game between the Avs and Senators. Net is empty again. Josh Manson off the boards, brought down to the point, kept in by Ottawa. Swung off the near side pass by Kiviranta. He chops the puck loose. Josh Manson overskates it. Batherson out in front. Kiviranta will lay it off the boards. And it deflected off of Sanderson's stick. Slows up in the Ottawa zone with 48 seconds to go in the third period. MacKinnon's 800th career game tonight, by the way. It should make sense that he's got multiple points. This clearing attempt from Middlestat blocked. Shot towards the net, tipped wide to the corner as Onanen went down to make the save. Ottawa again wants the one-timer, not available. 23 seconds left. Angled off the wall. Now Stützle holds. High in the zone, Sanderson. Giroux, far side circle. Wants that seam pass, not available. Flip towards the net, save made by Onanen. Couldn't handle the rebound, but the Avalanche couldn't get it out. Another one-timer from Giroux, and he scores. 5-4 Colorado with 8 seconds to go in the third period. And hopefully that goal doesn't mean anything. Claude Giroux is 36 years old, but he looks 26 on the ice. And again, Onanen got there. It's got some Old Spice on the way through underneath the armpit as it goes in short side. It's a 5-4 Avalanche with 8 seconds to go in the third period. Net will remain empty for Travis Green's Senators. MacKinnon will take it for the Avalanche. The penalty box door is open. I think they're just double checking on the time. That should be put up there. So Giroux's second goal of the period, his 5th goal of the season.
51 seconds of the third period. Giroux, Norris, and Sanderson at 19:51.
So they've added a second onto the clock. 9.5 left. And this is a big face-off for Nathan MacKinnon, who's 11 of 19 from the dot. He wins it, but somehow Ottawa gets there first. Norris for Batherson, throws it in front, sticked aside by Onanen. 2 seconds left. Overskated, thrown through the crease. Sound the horn. The Avalanche survive. And they have now won 5 straight hockey games to improve to 5-4 on the young 2024-25 season. Nathan McKinnon, in his 800th career National Hockey League game, gets an assist and the game-winning goal. His fourth of the season. Final score, Avalanche 5, Senators 4. The push was there from Ottawa in the third period as they got too early to tie it. Netter turns out to be the game winner as he was the meat in a Claude Giroux sandwich. And the Avalanche have found their groove. Time now for the 3 stars of the game. Once again, public address announcer Alan Rhodes.
Selected by our Colorado hockey coach of the game, Jake Coots from the Northern Colorado Youth Hockey Association.